Hello and welcome to the Pragsot podcast. I'm your host, Robbie. I'm here with my father, Roy.
Oh yeah, here I am.
Roy, thank you for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you want to just get right into it?
That's fine by me. I mean, I was just talking about where your facial hair went, but if you want to bypass all that and act like you didn't hear me, it's we can move on to other things.
Nah, yeah. So I bought a new set of clippers, a new nice set of clippers, and I always use the same guard when um I cut my beard. And this set said it was a 12 millimeter, and it's definitely not.
Definitely not.
And I got angry, so I started like a dickhead. I started over here, and because I was just like, I'm not checking for the length because I'm like, I know what the length is. It's
Right.
fucking 12 mil. So I was just cutting it, and I'm like, oh man, these are cutting nice. It's cutting real smooth. Oh my god! And I cut like all the way to here, and then I looked and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Where in the world did all my facial hair go?
Yeah, and then because I cut it the way I cut it, I couldn't fade like a chin or anything. So I just had to fucking all of it off, and I
man.
was
Start fresh.
yeah, I was frustrated.
I don't blame you. I would be.
Yeah, it had me angry. Um, but yeah, man. So like, who are you? Like what do you think people? How do you think people would describe you, or how would you describe yourself?
Oh man, I guess it really honestly all depends on who you ask. I mean, my name is Roy. I'm pretty old now, 47, 48, somewhere up in there. I lost track at like 25.
Uh,
Um, but I don't know. I would say that I'm a well-rounded individual. I have a lot of old-fashioned beliefs. I was raised by my grandparents, so that's where the old-fashioned stuff comes in. I'm not uh too mean, I guess. I guess I'm pretty open-minded to things, and it's very complex. I got a lot of detail, so I mean, I would need something very specific.
yeah,
I'm just a very handsome young man, I suppose.
I gotcha. Um, what are some things that like you believe in? Like, what are some things that you like firmly are like, yeah, this is like I'm on this side. I feel like this. I believe in this.
Oh, that's a good question. Wow. Um, I definitely believe in hard work. I believe in family. Family's far and foremost the top of the line. Like family makes your life.
Yep.
Family makes everything good. But in order to have that family, you gotta have hard work. So you gotta have a good work ethic. You gotta have that hard work going. Um, you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in others. Um, yeah, that's a very good question.
Yeah, and that's true because like 100% like my work ethic comes from you. My mom has no I mean, she has a job now, I guess, but didn't for a very long time because she quote unquote hurt her back.
Mhm.
Even though, decades and numerous doctors and scans couldn't find anything wrong,
Right.
but whatever. Um, and then, even my stepfather, like he had a job, but like he worked at fucking fast food restaurants and like
Mhm.
didn't he didn't do hard work, he didn't really do anything that made me go like, oh man. And then whenever he wasn't at work, he would just like sit down.
Yeah.
There wasn't any like, I still gotta mow, I still gotta fix the car, I still gotta do this, I gotta do that. It was just, oh, work's done, I'm gonna sit down now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very true. Like, I would, when I was younger, I remember even telling you and Dari, I was like, look, a nap? What the fuck?
Yep.
But you a grown man? No, you don't take naps. Now, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take me a little nap. I'm tired. However, I still get up. I make sure I know what I got to do. I know I got to get up. I know I got to go to work. I know I got to bust my ass. Yes, I work on cars. So I have friends that are like, hey, can you work on this? So when I have my day planned or I have my week's planned, it still seems that way. It still seems like you don't get a day off.
Hmm.
My day off, I have to do something.
Yep.
So, I mean, it is what it is, but it keeps you going, keeps you fresh.
Yeah. Well, and there's even something to be said about taking a nap at 47 versus when they were 24, 25.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, taking a nap because they worked a fucking shift at Burger King.
That's true.
Come on. That's fucking, come on.
I've had a lot of jobs. A lot of jobs.
Yeah. Mom didn't nap when you two were
No.
together?
No, that she even would laugh at fact, like she would laugh at the fact that James would take naps.
Yeah.
You know, like she's like, yeah, can you believe this grown man wants to take a nap? And I'm like, what? And now it's like, I see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
That, you know, it was very quick for her once they got into the relationship to be like, I completely understand every move he makes.
Well, yeah.
Still couldn't understand it. It took me another 15 years to try to figure that one out.
Yeah, that's because your brain's not mush.
That's
Yeah.
that's probably true.
Yeah, that's what it is. How was what was, I don't know, like what was mom like when you two were together? Like, was she like normal?
She was normal.
Yeah.
Yes. And I, you know, like I tell Christina this too. I'm like, when we met,
Yep.
she would get up. She would, you know, do her makeup. She would get ready. She would work all day. She would come home. You know, she would take care of you guys. She would cook dinner. She was normal.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking blows me away. Like, thinking about it now, it blows me away. But yes, 100% normal. Like, the only thing that she had an issue with, that I had an issue with, was she was a damn packle.
Oh my God, yeah.
So like she would always have to have something new, and that something new would always get stuck on the counter. And then the other something new would get stuck on top of that, and so on, until there was no counter.
Yep.
So I would always have to clean and do all that stuff. But
yeah, there wasn't a flat surface at the house, especially like when I left. There was nothing that was like open.
Even the floor was a little like, there's not really a flat surface. There's one under there somewhere.
There's somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the one that she fell through.
I heard about that.
I fucking love that. That makes me so happy. And
yeah,
so what was growing up like in your era? So like,
oof.
What do you think were some of the biggest differences between just the time period of like when you grew up versus like, let's say Kaylee or Camden, and then from there we'll kind of get into like family differences.
Okay. So when I was growing up, I actually grew up in a very small country town called Conestoga.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I was raised by my grandparents because my mom did not want me, and I have to this day still no clue who my dad is. And that we'll get into later, but that plays a part in my life now.
Yeah.
I grew up in the country. It was great, you know, you go in the woods, play with sticks, you know, you play with cars. It was just, that's what you did. Your friends would invite you over, we'd go over to our friends' houses or whatever. I would normally hang out with my friend Kevin. He would come over, or he would invite me over to his place. And then as I started getting a little older, we moved into Lancaster. We were living in an apartment there, not for long. It was literally like a year. Met a few friends along the way. Still was just kind of like a riding bikes type of thing. Hanging out, going to the pool, and then we moved into the city. My grandfather bought a house in the city, and that's pretty much where things kind of went different for me. I would say that I mean the thing was you had to be tough, you had to be hard, you had to fight to fit into anything.
Mm-hmm.
And up until then, I felt like I never fit into anything. I was just kind of like, I was the dumb kid or whatever. Nobody really liked me for anything other than, oh, I know him from class.
Mm-hmm.
Once I got there, I had to make myself known.
Yep.
So got into Reynolds. As soon as I got into Reynolds, I just decided that I was just going to do whatever the hell I wanted to do. And that led to a bunch of bad things. It led to jail almost weekly. It led to smoking cigarettes,
Mm-hmm.
stealing, fighting. Just, I mean, if I look back on it, I smile because it's fun to me now. I
Yeah.
mean, that, but then it wasn't, having to fight all the time. And then you get to this point in your life where it's not just doing it because you have to do it. It's
Yep.
doing it because you got to show somebody that you can do it. So you're just randomly picking on people, and
Yep.
they're like, "What the hell, dude?"
Yep.
So it was definitely different growing up, different time,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think back. I mean, obviously, I'm the in between of like your time period growing up, and then when I look at like my youngest siblings,
Mhm.
and even just looking at the things that were normal when I was a young kid versus them is kind of like shocking. Like, I remember being single digits and walking to Tina and Tony's,
Right,
right? I remember
right.
me and Eddie back when they lived near mom.
Hmm.
Me and Eddie had that fort across the street
Yep,
in the woods. And I
yep.
remember like we would go in there, we would hang out, we would like just do whatever. There were the kids that came through and wrecked it and we beat them up.
Had to.
Yep.
I mean, that was your personal space.
Yep, had to do it. I remember
Heck, do you remember that? That's crazy.
I remember when Eddie and I fucking rode bikes from Lidditz the whole way down to the GameStop on Fruitville Pike. And I didn't even know that's what we were doing. He told me we were riding to a party.
All right.
We didn't. We fucking rode the whole way there for a game. That pissed me off. And then I think about like, man, when I have kids, will I let them ride from like one town to the other? I'm like,
No.
fuck no. Like,
That's the thing. I mean, and you're right. Like even back in my day,
mhm.
back in my day, you were allowed to ride in the back of a pickup truck.
Yep.
That was okay. It wasn't illegal.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah, you're fucking.
you're not allowed to do that.
Do you remember when we were at Advance and me, you, and Jose rode in the back of a truck to the Taco Bell?
Yes, I do.
Taco Bell fucking drive-through?
Yes, I do.
That was good times.
That was pretty funny.
That was fucking funny as shit. Fucking Jose, man. Do you still talk to Jose? You still cool with
I
him?
don't like. I mean, I guess I would. Last time I talked to him, he invited me up to his place for a get together. Something came up at the house. Can't remember what it was. And I was like, "Hey, I need to take a rain check." And he never replied back to me. Never said anything. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he was a little disappointed, which I get it. Like he wants to hang out, and I just couldn't. That's another thing. Being a parent with this many kids, it's harder to get out.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that obviously like Jose and I haven't talked in a long time, and it's because of what went down at work. And I'm not going to say that I like regret it or anything because I do think that. All right, so the Jose thing at work, the long and short, what happened was Jose got promoted, or he was in the middle of getting promoted into a manager role, one of the two, and that guy that ended up going with you as your RPP.
He went to East Pete.
Yeah, he ended up getting fired, I think, because he was like doing drugs or something. Ben.
Yes.
Ben was in his ear talking about like he thought that Mark was using me to try to get Jose fired or some shit.
I do remember hearing that.
And what it was Mark and I talked about what's that guy that got fired for stealing that Jose was cool with?
I'm not sure what his name was.
Can't remember his name.
What are you talking about though?
That guy, I was telling Mark how, me and Jose had a little bit of friction, and I was telling him about a time where I told the guy that got fired for stealing, I told him to like go do something. And he was pretty much like, Jose didn't tell me to do it, so what you say doesn't matter.
Right.
And when I went to Jose about it, Jose was like, yeah, unless I say it, it doesn't matter.
But you were still the RPP.
I was like basically the assistant.
Ooh.
So I talked to Mark about that because I was like, I'm experiencing this and it's frustrating me.
Right.
And how do I get over it? And Mark said something along the lines of, if that happens again, just give me a call Like we'll talk through it. Well, Ben overheard Mark saying, if that happens again, give me a call.
Uh,
Ben went to Jose and came up with some shit about I saw something or knew something going on, and Mark was like, when you see it next time, give me a call, which was not at all the case.
right.
And I remember because I was off the day that the shit happened. I went in because I wanted to talk to Jose and tell him like I really want to sit down and talk with you about how work's going because I'm experiencing XYZ and I'm getting frustrated and I don't want to be frustrated with you. Well, I remember he was in the office with Ben and they were just bullshitting, whatever. And I was like, hey man, like, can I talk to you? And Ben got up and left. And I remember I was like leaning in the doorway, like I always would, I'd have my arm up or whatever. And Jose was super aggressive with me right away. And he was like, I ain't talking to you, whatever, whatever, whatever. And I was like, dude, like, like, because I remember I wanted to talk to him about getting a transfer. Like, because I was like, if you and I can't figure this out, I want to transfer. And he like got in my face and, was kind of like talking crazy. And he ended up putting his hand on my chest to like push me out of his way.
Oh man.
And I smacked his hand out of the way. And I was like,
Right.
I was like, don't ever touch me again. But I yelled it. And that's when like everyone knew because he was like, oh yeah, oh yeah. And he called somebody. I don't know if it was HR or whatever, but he called somebody. And you came, you were like, yo, leave, like get out of here. And then that turned into like I'd have a conversation with him and with Mark, and all that shit. And again, like I'm not going to say that like I regret it because I did go to him as an adult. Like I wasn't going looking for a confrontation and I wasn't going looking to like upset him. Like I was just going to have a conversation with him.
Right.
So I don't regret it, but at the same time, like I hope he doesn't like harbor any resentment.
I don't think so either. And I mean, it definitely set you on a course for life because look where you are now.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true. If that kind of stuff didn't happen, I think I would still be either at Lincoln Highway or something.
Company somewhere.
Yep. That's true. That's true. He's doing good. I don't know. I know he has two kids. Two kids?
At least.
Yeah, he might have more. So what about like what are some like life experiences that you think helped shape you into who you are?
Oh boy. Well, okay. Getting back to the no dad. So I didn't know who my father was growing up, and I think that right there has pretty much made, as far as being a family man, has made me.
Yeah.
Because every decision that I make or every decision that I have made was based off of, well, I didn't have that. I don't know what that was like. So I need to create this, or I need to make this. I need to do what I wish I had then. So it was definitely, that's one of the bigger ones. And then just being there, like just being there for the kids. Like that's my goal. And I always refer back to, well, this is what I wish I would have had growing up. This is what I wanted growing up. So this is what I need to push forward and get out.
Yeah.
With the kids.
Yeah.
All you guys.
Yeah. And that's fair. Like it's the same thing, when I like I'm very grateful that Lindsay's so like happy to clean the house because
that's a hard one to find.
Yeah, because growing up in mom's home, like it was terrible. So having someone who's like, no, I want to clean, I want it to be clean for you, like that's really really refreshing.
Honestly, I think that's where Dariana gets it too. She gets it from me.
Yeah.
Because me and my sister, for some odd reason, we were clean freaks.
Oh yeah.
So it was like, we gotta clean, we gotta clean, we gotta clean. Now I definitely backed off over the years. I'm just kind of like, whatever. But growing up, it was, I gotta clean, everything's gotta be organized, everything's gotta be in its place, it's gotta be. So now I see that Dariana's like that too. She's like, clean freak. So that maybe she gets it from us.
Yeah.
That family thing.
Yeah, I think I mean, there's no other alternative.
It's really true.
She doesn't get it from mom, that's for sure.
Seeing it, and I think a lot of, like you were saying, like the work ethic, I think it's just being around somebody enough to see how they're doing it. And if you have the option, so you guys did, you and her had the option. You were with me on the weekends, you were with me in the summertime, but you were with them all week long, every week. So you saw the way that we would do things, and then you would see the way that they would do things. And then based off that, you kind of like made your own choice.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, even at a young age, I remember, I don't know the age, I don't know how old I was, but I remember I had a school project where I had to write like an essay. The objective was to write an essay and then give it to your parents. And it was supposed to be like try to get something. So a lot of kids used it to like get a new toy or a new bike, whatever.
Okay.
I wrote mine to mom and James to get the house cleaned.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah, and it had to be. I remember it was like as you were learning how to write an essay, so it had to be like your opening paragraph, and then your three paragraph bodies, and then like your conclusion.
Okay.
And I remember like I had to come up with like 3 reasons why I wanted the house cleaned, and then in conclusion, blah blah blah. Because I remember one of them was I wanted to have friends over.
All right.
So
enough.
I was like, when I went to this guy's house and I went to this person's house, like their house was clean and that's why they could have friends over and I couldn't have friends over. So I remember that. And I remember I gave it to James and he just laughed.
I was going to ask you, did that work?
No.
All right.
Not even.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. I remember I gave it to him. He read it and then laughed and then was like, all right. And
that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good
Jokester.
one. Yeah. Fucking loser.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're a bunch of fucking nincompoops. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of times where like I look back, like when I talk to people about like stuff about when I was a kid, like there's a lot of times where I look back and I'm like, that is crazy. Like, mom just like sleeping all fucking day is crazy. Like him just like letting her get away with fucking anything to me is crazy.
Right.
There's like no boundaries there. She can do whatever the fuck she wants, and there's not a hint of nothing. No repercussions.
That's I think a big reason why she decided to leave me.
Yeah.
Because when she was with me, I'm normal.
Yeah, she had responsibilities.
You can't go and at your cousin's house and be with your ex-boyfriend and kiss on him because that's a no-no.
Yeah.
Of course, obviously, she took it as he's keeping away from my family. He doesn't want me to visit my family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to say about that.
Yeah, she's like I said, her fucking brain is mush.
It is.
So when you look at, so was your mom with art the majority of your childhood?
No. So I pretty much have the same feelings as my mom as you have about yours. Only your mom was actually there. So my mom, she got pregnant early. She was 16 when she had me. And she found out that I was going to be a boy. So she was like, I don't want this kid.
Yeah.
So she carried me the whole term, and she gets to the hospital and she's like, yep, I don't want him. I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't care what you do with him. Just get him out of my face. So my uncle came in, my Uncle Roy came in and was like, what are you doing? Like, you at least got to give him a name. And she was like, fine, give him your name. His name's Roy. That's fine. Give him your name. And that's it. So she didn't feed me. She didn't do anything. My grandmother took me and raised me. My mom did not show up in the picture until I was 7. And that's only because she was in a relationship with some abusive guy and he cut her. And then she got away from him and had to hide. So she decided that she was going to come and hide with us.
Yeah.
So she gives me the whole, yeah, I missed you. How you doing, kiddo? Whatever. But then she left like 2 weeks later when she got better. She ended up doing that throughout my life. Um, she showed up then, and then there was another instance when she came and she stayed with us for a week or two, kind of same thing, and then left again. And then she met another guy, and he was actually pretty decent. He took us to Virginia, and something happened where she left him too, and then which was a pretty crappy little story. So we go to Virginia, like he likes her, so he buys me a boom box.
Oh
'Cause,
shit.
they were hot at the time,
Yeah.
So I get one, and I'm cool, and so I get it. I'm listening to it. She decides she's going to leave him, so he comes down and takes my damn boom box from me because they're no longer together.
The fuck?
So I'm saying that was hurtful.
Yeah.
I was listening to that.
How do you take a child's fucking gift? That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, so she wasn't pretty much back into my life until I was already in Lancaster and I was already in trouble.
Yeah.
Then, like, my grandmother felt he's out of control, like I don't know what to do. She feels that she's going to step in and save the day.
Ooh.
That didn't happen.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Not even with Art, because Art tried the same shit too, and I had to hand it to him.
Yeah.
Okay, it got nasty with me and him.
Yeah.
To the point where they knew, like, just let him go. He's gonna do his thing.
Yeah. Didn't you feed Art cockroaches?
Yes, I did.
You want to tell that story?
Oh my God, it's one of my cousin's favorite stories. So, growing up, yes. Oh boy. So in our house in Lancaster, we had roaches, just like pretty much everybody in the block had. Which,
Yep.
I mean, not saying that we were the cleanest people, but back then it was like a thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't like my mom's boyfriend, and we weren't even married yet. So,
Which I don't mean to stop you,
no,
but
go ahead.
was Art short for Arthur?
Yes.
It just hit me now that
Yes,
Art is.
Arthur.
I just thought Art like fart, like it was just,
That's what it was.
yeah. But Art is short for Arthur. Interesting.
I think his first name was actually Robert. I think his middle name was Arthur.
What a fucking.
I think. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Zink.
Yeah.
So he was Robert.
Yes.
Yeah, Robert Arthur Zink. That's what it was.
It's just full name.
I know. So yeah, like he was a slob, and he actually worked for Wanger Fees, and it was really gross there because there was like a chicken shit pit, right? Well, one day somebody decided while he was taking a nap that they were going to throw his shoes into the chicken shit. And was like, I bet you for like $10 you won't go in and get your shoes. So anyway, make a long story short, he goes in there, gets his shoes, comes out smelling like chicken shit.
Yeah.
Comes home and lays on the couch. He didn't come home and go upstairs to take a shower.
Yeah, he was covered in chicken shit.
He was covered in bits of chicken shit.
That's cool.
Yes. So he lays down, takes a fucking nap, and he stinks.
Yeah.
Right, so and we're all like picking on him, and I have one of my friends, I believe, was over. Maybe it was my cousin at the time. I know Justin is he was there, and he remembers the story, but I don't remember if he was there or if I told it to him. He loves it.
Yeah.
So he was like, so Art wakes up and he's like, "Make me a hot dog," and I was like, "You seriously? Like, you come home, you smell like chicken shit, you lay on our family couch,
Yeah.
like there's nowhere else to sit now."
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to ask me for a hot dog? All right, fine. So I take this little, this little metal rod thing, and I hollow out the inside of the hot dog.
Yeah.
And I get like 5 or 6 roaches, and I kill them and smush them in there. It's a horrible story. Horrible. And then I take the filling that I hollowed out, and I stuffed it back in there. I put some mustard on it, ketchup, put it in the bun, gave it to him. Now, the good part about that story is he liked it so much, he asked me for another one. So that's what he got.
Bro's a grimy fucking dude.
Oh, God, that's a horrible story.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Daria and I did things to James. Like, we never fed him anything. Like, that didn't happen. But we would do things that were definitely embarrassing. So I know I said on an earlier episode, like he definitely had severe hemorrhoids and he would just not wipe his ass.
Okay.
So he wore these tighty whities that were see-through and covered in shit. Yeah, and we used to take them and put them places and see how long it took for him to see
Mhm.
them. So the two big ones were there was one time where Dari put them on her doorknob that you
Yeah.
had to grab to open her door,
Okay.
and they were there for like a week.
Oh my God. So you never seen them there?
Never seen him. He would touch them to open the door and wouldn't notice.
Oh.
Yeah, they were there. And then like we had to point it out to him eventually because we would like laugh every time he touched the door, and he's like, "What the fuck's so funny?" And then like
Yeah.
we would show it to him, and then he would get mad. And then there was the one time I hang a pair of his drawers. I hung them from the ceiling fan
Mhm.
in the hallway, and he never noticed. I turned the fan on and it was swinging,
Yeah.
and his fucking drawers were swinging in the air.
I did the same thing with Art.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he would go down on Water Street and he would look for hookers. So he came home one day and he was laying on a couch. We propped a Playboy up under his arm
Yeah.
and we took his underwear and we hung him from the ceiling fan. When mom came home, she was like, "Fuck, beat the hell out of him." And then until he found out it was me, and then she tried to start going at me. But
Yeah.
for some reason, underwear on a ceiling fan is like classic.
It's just so funny.
It's good.
It's so funny.
When you're younger, it makes you giggle.
Yeah. It was good times. I remember, man, we both had the same babysitter for a while.
Who's that?
Pappy D.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
Pappy D, so like you said earlier, right, Roy,
Yes.
that was your uncle.
That is my mom's uncle.
Your mom, so you're a great uncle.
Yes.
All right. So Roy, he babysat you when you were a kid.
Yes, he did.
I know he babysat you, your sister.
Yes.
Did he babysit Sammy?
No.
Okay.
Sammy wasn't around at the time. If he would have been, that would have been given.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then yeah, when Dari and I were young, he babysat us.
Mhm.
And I know this because he had what he called the Grand Slam.
He had the Grand Slam.
Do you want to tell people what the Grand Slam was?
Yes, I will. Okay, so the Grand Slam is a paddle
Mm-hmm.
that was like 2 inches thick and had holes in it. And it was really lightweight but thick. And it was very, very nasty. And the bitch about the Grand Slam is I'm the one who actually found it in an alleyway.
That's fucked.
And I gave it to him.
That's fucked.
And I got my ass beat with it. But yes, the Grand Slam, and he had that thing, obviously, for a long time because I found it when I was a kid. He used it on me and Tina.
Yep.
Now I'm guessing he used it on you.
Yeah. He hit me a couple times with it.
All right.
Because I remember like so the thing with him, every time he hit you with it, he put your name on it.
Yes, he did.
And the more he hit you with it, he put like tallies next to your fucking name. So I remember the first time he hit me, he pulled it out and he showed me, it said Roy, and it was like tally, 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 tally.
Oh, yeah, I had a lot of tallies.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know he was keeping tally marks on it,
Mhm.
but I'm sure I definitely had a couple fives.
Yeah. Wasn't there a time where you were like, you're too fucking fat to catch me?
Yeah. I did say that to him. I did get my ass beat with the Grand Slam then.
So he caught you.
He caught me eventually. So he gave the whole, it was just a joke. I know you weren't serious. And he waited till I was relaxed and then got me.
Oh, man.
He got me.
That's fucking crazy.
Although when I got older, we and him, we were just bullshitting. And I was like, yeah, the Grand Slam came up. I'm like, yeah, do you remember when you used to like crack my ass with the Grand Slam? He was like, yeah, I remember that. I said, dead face. I was like, try that now, motherfucker. And it was done.
Yeah.
He never came at me ever again.
That's it. That's it.
I mean, it's kind of nice to grow up.
Yeah.
Because you be your own person. You can say what you want to say. And obviously, if you grow up good, you will grow up respectful. So you won't say anything like, oh man, when I was younger, I thought about killing you in your sleep.
Yeah.
You don't say that, but you could.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny how different it is when you get older.
Yeah, I think, look, there's a lot of things that like, obviously when you're a kid in the moment, like you don't have the full frame of reference. And then when you get older and you look back, you're like, yeah, I deserve that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, one thing that I still to this day absolutely hate was the no touching rule. You fucking remember
I
that?
do remember that.
So I'll give like my child perspective of it,
All right.
and you can fill in the gaps.
Oh,
But basically, for a long time, so this is before you were with your current wife,
yes.
you had a girlfriend, and she had children that were around the same age as me and Dawn.
Yes. That's true.
And me and her son did not get along.
No.
I fucking hated him.
Mhm.
And it was because he was such a fucking, like, I don't even know what the word is. He acted like he was owed the fucking world. Like he was better than everyone else. Meanwhile, he fucking pissed the bed and would sneeze on himself.
Yes.
So like you ain't shit, but he would act like he was the shit. And there were so many times where he would fucking just treat me bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if I punch you in the mouth, what happens?
Right.
So him and I got into a lot of fights.
Mhm.
I think the worst one where it was just him and I, because there was one where it was him and I and some other people, but the one where it was him and I was, I had the blue thing.
Yeah. Oh.
So the blue thing was from the relationship before her.
Yes.
This, I guess it was the landlord. He had a son named Corey.
Yep.
So Corey and I were cool. We would hang out. We would play guns. We would do all types of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Corey gave me what was called the blue
The
thing,
blue thing.
which was just like a foam game chair.
Yes. It was like a 1990s game chair.
Yeah.
Like that actually folded out into a bed.
Yes.
So that was your favorite thing.
That was my favorite thing. The
Yes.
fucking blue thing.
The blue thing.
And I remember, I don't know what we were celebrating. There was a cake. I remember that specifically. Her son, Skylar, was laying in his bunk bed and he wasn't feeling good. He didn't feel good all fucking day. He
Yep.
didn't eat dinner. And then we were celebrating something and there was a cake.
Right.
And Skylar came out to have cake.
Yes, he did.
And you were very passionate about if you were too sick to have dinner, you ain't having cake.
That's what I'm saying.
His mom said, I'm gonna give him cake.
Right.
Because she's the reason why he acted the way he acted.
Mm-hmm.
So he had the fucking cake. He
Yep.
laid back down, and then he kept moaning and groaning about how he didn't feel good.
Now, didn't he actually mix that cake with water?
He
and
did.
something else to eat it.
He did something fucking gross and
Yes.
disgusting.
It was that.
Yes. And he had a stomach ache, and he was like, I don't feel good, I don't feel good, I don't feel good. And the blue thing was tucked under the bunk bed. And I told him, get the fuck up and go throw up. Do not fucking throw up in here.
Yes.
He rolled off the bed and threw up onto the blue thing.
Yes, he did.
And I beat the fuck out of him. I specifically remember I had him by the hair and I was bashing his fucking head into the radiator.
That is right.
And then after that, the no touching rule came up.
It had to. And that's the thing. When you are a parent and you have 4 kids,
Yeah.
4 or 5 kids
Yep.
from 2 separate relationships,
Mhm.
there's a boundary there. Like I couldn't. She wasn't allowed to touch you guys.
Yep.
If you guys needed disciplined, I was there for that.
Yep.
Vice versa. I'm not going to touch her kids. I mean, it was the corner. That's what we had to do.
Yep.
And then the fights started to come along, and obviously we can't stop that. I mean, because somebody's going to get mad and go at it.
Yep.
So then I had to invent the no touching rule, which I knew pissed you guys off, but I had no choice to keep the peace. I had to do that.
I mean, looking back in all seriousness, it probably saved it. Like, I'm not gonna say it saved
We
it.
say somebody.
It definitely stopped me from like going to juvie or something
Yeah.
because I was so prone to violence. Like I wanted to fight him every chance I got.
Mhm.
There were times where I did fight him, even though he had that no touching rule.
Mhm.
I remember the one time. I don't know if you'll even remember this. There was one time where me and you took a basketball. Remember? So like,
Yes, I remember this.
you fucking remember that?
Yep.
It was I think a Chicago Rams. It was whatever team the Rams belonged to.
It was the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, it was a Bulls basketball, and we took it.
Yep.
And I was so happy to have that.
Yep.
And the next day, I was playing basketball with Skylar,
Mhm.
and he got mad because like I fucking scored a shot, whatever, and he kicked it, and he told me to go fetch.
Yes, I do remember that.
So I was like, you have until the time I come back here to figure out what you're going to do. Because when I come back, I'm going to fucking beat your ass. I walked, took my time, got my ball, walked back. He thought I wasn't going to do anything, and I beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And then Laurie got all fucking mad and butthurt about it, but like, yo, you ain't gonna tell me to fetch, bro. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
I came home and it was, you need to do something about him. He beat him up for no reason because he kicked the ball or whatever. And I was like, oh,
Ain't no fucking reason. Do you remember? Yo, do you remember? Do you remember when you bought Dari and I that black and red toboggan?
no,
So
I do not.
you bought us this sick fucking toboggan.
Okay.
I call it a toboggan because that's what you call it. Because
All
I
right.
would call it a sled. And you were like, it's not a sled, it's a fucking toboggan.
All right.
I said, okay. So it was cool. It was like the fucking length of me, and it was all black, and the center of it was red, and it had handles.
Okay.
So Skylar and I went down. I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember when Skylar down at the park?
Mhm.
Skylar had a friend of it was three brothers. The oldest one was named Robbie as well. And then there were the other two. I can't remember the other two. And Robbie went to karate school.
Okay.
Skylar's like, yo, let's go down and ride sleds with Robbie and his brothers.
Okay.
So we went down, we were sledding, everything was cool. And then out of fucking nowhere, Skylar, like, he said something. I don't remember what the fuck he said, but it was like, when he said it, Robbie like put my arms behind my back and Skylar started fucking hitting me. And I ended up beating up all four of them because Robbie hit me in the lip with the toboggan. And then Skylar, like, I beat them all up. I left Skylar there.
Okay.
And I just went home. I went back to Laurie's house. And the other Robbie and his two brothers, the parents said, like, yeah, you guys aren't allowed to hang out with our kids anymore. But I remember that because fucking Robbie hit me in the lip with that toboggan. And I don't know whatever happened to it, but like that thing was fucking cool.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. That is something. I mean, honestly, there was so many arguments and over there. It was just bad. Like, it was every time you guys were there, it was an argument of some sort. Somebody was in the corner.
Yeah.
I still get blamed to this day for falling asleep with you guys in the corner.
Well, you did.
I mean, I guess I did.
Yeah, you did. I mean, it's all right, but you did. You fucking, so I don't remember what happened. Again, like, I'll give my end of it as a kid, but we all got in trouble and all of us were put in the corner. And I will say, whenever you put us in the corner, like, you were dad, so there was a level of like fear there anyway.
Okay.
But you would always fuck with us when we were in there.
I would.
So it wasn't like, even if it was like a punishment, after a while it was like just funny.
Right.
So like you would take like a cold soda and like put it on the back of our necks and be like, if you fucking move. Yeah. So like
tickle the back of your ear, don't you laugh.
Yeah, it was shit like that. And that night, I don't know what happened, but you put us all in the corner and you fell asleep.
I must have been tired.
Yeah, you fell asleep. So Laurie came out and she was like, what are you guys still doing in the corner? And we were like, Dad put us in the corner. She was like, go to bed. You woke us up the next morning and you were like, I didn't tell you to get out of the fucking corner, get back in there.
Yeah. Like, she woke me up and was like, it was in the morning time. And she's like, you left him sit in the corner. I was like, oh shit. So I didn't want to like be like, oh man, guys, I'm sorry, because that's too soft. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing in bed? I told you to be in the corner, even though I completely forgot.
Yeah.
That was funny. Pretty good. Yeah. I left you in there for another like 5 minutes.
Do you remember the fucking karaoke day?
Oh God, do I? Yes, I remember that.
Dude.
Oh.
Who was it that cried? Was it Ashley that cried or Alicia? Yeah, Alicia cried.
Sing. What was it? It was like,
I've been working on the railroad or something. Yeah, it was something stupid, and she cried about it.
It was really bad.
So you got a where did that karaoke machine even come from?
I bought the karaoke machine. I don't even know. I wanted one. I've always wanted a karaoke machine.
Yeah.
So I got it, and like I had it, and I was like, okay, well, you know what would be fun? Why don't we have the kids do karaoke? We'll do a little karaoke contest for the kids.
Yes.
That would be awesome. That's something that we could do.
Yes.
Well, okay. So Dariana's up first. She does her Britney Spears.
Yep.
And then you come in with, who was that?
Yeah, by Usher.
Yeah, by Usher.
Because I remember I'm like, this is
Yeah.
Robbie, and I'm singing Yeah by Usher.
I still have the CD.
Yeah.
If I'm up here again, I will
You'll
allow
play it.
everybody to hear it. And then the other two,
Yeah.
um, uh, they weren't that great with music.
Yeah, that's a way to put it.
Okay. So we had to pick really easy ones for them. One was, oh my God, I can't remember. I think it was like Row Your Boat.
So I know Skylar did I've been working on the railroad because
That was it.
because his R's were W's. Yeah, I remember I've been working on the whale load.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, and then I think I ended up giving everybody an award because everybody tried.
Yes. The end of it was you were like, so before I tell you who the winners were, I'm gonna ask each of you, would you rather whoever won gets an award and no one gets nothing, or no one else gets anything? Or would you rather, no matter who won or lost, everyone just earns a free dinner? And everybody except for Skylar said the dinner. Skylar was like, no, if I win, I want the award. And you're like, well, fuck you, we're getting dinner anyway.
Yeah, 3 out votes your ass.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, but they lost.
Yeah, of course they did. Alicia cried.
She did cry because she couldn't. I thought it was her. I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember her song. I know Skylar did Working on the Railroad.
Yes,
but
that was a good time.
That was
still makes me smile.
That was a fucking time.
That was a good one. It was always something. It was always something. Like we never, hardly ever. Like when I would come and get you guys on the weekends, it would always just be like, all right, we're gonna do this.
Yep.
It was always like trying to figure out what I could do with the money, the very little money that I had to have a good time with you guys.
Yeah.
It was hard. And there was always somebody else. So it wasn't just you and Dariana. It was you, Dariana, me, her, this kid.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, oh my God, what can we do? It was tough.
I mean, fucking handled it well. Like there was always something, you know, we always had something to do. There was always an event or some kind of something every weekend.
Try to do something. I mean, and definitely kept real with you guys. As soon as we left, as soon as we got in the car, not mentioning the time where our tire flew past us when we were taking you home.
Yeah.
But I was always like, look, dude, sorry guys. I'll try to do something different next time. Thank you for being appropriate. Thank you for being good. I appreciate that. It makes you guys look better.
Yep.
So I would always try to give you that on the backside without anybody else being there, so you knew, okay, he's keeping it real with us.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even like the little, like, and I think that's one of the nice things about children is like the little shit can still be big shit. Like my favorite thing that like I only did with you, I didn't do with James, I didn't do anything with Mom, but like my favorite thing as a kid was that we would buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Mm-hmm.
We would buy fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards every time we were out. If we were at a grocery store or whatever, and a lot of times you were like, hey, if you're well behaved, I'll fucking get you something. So just like
Dariana would get a doll.
Yep.
You would get the Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yes. And then like opening the cards and like the enjoyment and like the surprise of what I got. And then I knew if I pulled a fucking tune card.
If you got a tune card, that was mine.
Yeah. I knew if I had a tune card, I'd give it to you, and that pretty much paid for another pack.
Paid for your pack.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And that was huge. So I think like that's the big thing that I think a lot of parents miss is like little, like it doesn't have to be extravagant shit. You know, like I don't know how old I was when you did the karaoke thing. I had to have been like 9, 8.
Yeah,
even younger than that.
That's probably about right.
Yeah. How long have you and Christina been together?
Oh, 20 years.
Yeah, so I had to have been under 10. Definitely. So yeah, I was probably even like 6, 7. And I remember it to this day.
Wow.
And it's like, it's shit like that I think a lot of parents, you know, obviously I'm speaking out of my ass because I don't have kids, but
you're right though. What you're saying, a lot of parents don't know because those little things, most kids won't go back and be like, I just wanted to let you know that, remember that little thing that you used to, That brought me enjoyment. Nobody says that.
Yep. To this day, I gave you a tune card 5, 6 months ago.
Yep.
I was opening cards and I fucking pulled a tune card. I said, I'm gonna give this to Dad.
Yep. I got that with my RoboCop card.
There you go.
And just for everybody listening, if you get a pack of RoboCop cards from 1982, there is still a stick of gum in it. Don't eat the gum.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was hard as shit. And it didn't have no bubblegum flavor at all.
Yeah.
So my other 3 packs are still sealed.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to like a flea market and they had a box of Topps RoboCard trading cards. So I got them for Dad, and immediately when he opened it, he was like, "Oh, bubblegum," and immediately ate it. And I was like,
"That's what you did."
Yeah, I was like, "That's crazy."
But yeah, this is horrible. But it's nice. But yeah, like I had my own Yu-Gi-Oh tune folder.
Yep.
And the thing that sucks, because you had all of your stuff, when you would open up your cards, they all went into your books.
Yep.
And I would never let you touch them.
Yep.
Like, nope, you gotta save them. They might be worth money. And then they went in storage, and that was it.
Yep.
And it's just like, fuck. Like, I should have just let you have them. I should have just let you play with them.
There was that was a big thing of like, because I remember like we would open packs, and if I got a new card, it was, yo, we got to look through the books.
Yes.
Oh, I don't have this one. Put that in the binder.
Yes.
And again, like it's one of those things. It's like, and I didn't have anything remotely close to that with Mom, James. Like none of them tried to even create anything. So you being like, oh man, we're at the grocery store. Like again, like I look at it like as an adult being like, I'll just buy this guy a fucking pack of cards. Like that's one of those things that like a child will fucking keep that forever. And I plan on like buying cards for my kids and like having the same thing. Yo, you got this kind? Oh, give me that shit.
Yeah.
So
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's interesting. And it kind of like helps us as parents know where you guys are at, because you could be like, no, I'm not into that. Okay, I'm not into that. You know, oh God, I love this. Okay, so I can keep going.
And I never thought of that. That's actually very interesting. I never thought that you can use that as like a gauge of how your child's developing or like what their interests are. I never thought of that at all.
I mean, the only thing that I had the cards with you, I had the dolls with Dariana, but then the PlayStation came out.
Oh, fuck.
So then it was all over, because you and her and I all loved it.
Yeah.
You know, so we would do our thing, play that all night long, wiggle some teeth.
Yeah, we did that.
We did that.
Do you remember? This is fucking deep seated memory.
Okay.
So we used to, I can't remember how frequent it was, if it was every weekend, every other weekend, whatever, but I remember that was back when you lived with Sandy.
That is correct.
Our ritual was to just go and get a PlayStation game and play it.
Yes, that's right.
And I remember we went 3 times because I picked 2 shitty fucking games. I don't remember what the first one was, but it was bad. So you bought it, we played it, it was bad. So you were like, fuck that, we'll go back to Walmart and get another game.
Okay.
And I bought that Terminator game.
Oh, God.
And I bought it because it was 2-player.
Yes. Yes, I do remember that.
And then we brought it back and we were playing it, and that was terrible.
That was horrible.
And you were like, fuck it, we'll go back and get another game. And I remember being like, my dad's a millionaire. Like, I remember being like, he bought 3 fucking games in one night. This is crazy.
I do remember the Terminator game sucked ass, but I do remember that you were picking them so we could play together.
Yes.
I do remember that.
Yes. I also remember, do you remember the fucking Evil Dead games?
I do remember Ash.
It was like Fistful of Boomstick or some shit.
I honestly liked playing that.
Yeah.
That was a fun game.
Yeah.
Like, I still remember it, so I know it was good.
Yeah. I remember there was a couple times where I remember just like being afraid of it. But generally speaking, I remember watching you play it and having fun watching you play it. There was Clock Tower 3.
Oh, loved it.
That
Scary
game,
as hell.
That game was terrifying.
I was might have been a little scared of that one.
I remember, I only remember you were a girl in the game, and I remember there was one time where you hid in a locker.
Yes, that scared me too.
Yes, and
That's
the
traumatizing.
fucker came after you anyway, and I was like, oh fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
That was a good one.
Obviously, Vice City.
Oh yeah,
which I still think is the greatest Grand Theft Auto.
I'm with you on that one.
Time period is perfect. The soundtrack is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you can't beat that.
No, that was really good. And because we all played it, like we were taking turns. We were really hoping that somebody died because we wanted in there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to hit you. Let me see if you remember this.
All right.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, this was that. Those were some really good times playing the game. So what we said about Wiggly Teeth, what we were talking about was one night we were playing Vice City and it was late. I mean, and Dariana, one of her teeth was loose.
Yes.
So she fell asleep.
Yep.
As me and Robbie were sitting there playing the game, she fell asleep.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? Now really might be a good idea to try to get her tooth out, because every time that you would wiggle it when she was awake, she would be like, ow, ow, don't. So I figured if we were able to get it while she was sleeping, it would do us all justice.
Yes.
However, me and Robbie we were poking at it and we were pushing it down, and her tooth stuck straight out of her mouth, and we were laughing our asses off.
Yeah, she looked like an ogre.
Yes, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we couldn't help it, but every time we touched it, it like dropped down and it was looking straight out, and we were like, oh my God. So we were laughing our asses off, and then we ended up like twisting it or whatever.
Yeah, we twisted it the whole way. We were trying to get it out. I mean, it was hard because, like, she's asleep, so you're trying not to wake her up.
Right.
But we ended up twisting it a whole, like, 360 degrees.
Yes.
And it still didn't come out.
She still didn't wake up.
Yeah, and the fact that she didn't wake up was fucking funny.
Right. It was good.
It was fucking funny.
It was funny as hell.
Do you remember this game?
Siphon Filter. I remember it only because it was pretty popular when it first came out, but I do not remember playing it.
So I remember, what was her name? Sandy's sister? Michelle.
Okay.
You and Michelle would play it.
Really?
Yeah, not together. Like, you had a copy and she had a copy, but the two of you would talk about it. And I remember I tried to play it and it was too complex for me. So I gave up. But I remember watching you play Siphon Filter. I remember watching you play Splinter Cell.
Oh God, I love Splinter Cell. I was actually just talking to a team member about that the other day.
Yeah.
I'm like, that kind of game is not, you just don't run in there and just, like kill people. You got to be stealthy. You got to climb walls and, slice their throat from above. You can't just be like, oh, here I am, come shoot me.
And then, do you remember this?
I do remember that. God, that sucked.
Giant Citizen Kabuto?
Yes.
I remember watching you beat this game. So in this game, you could hide in a bush. I'll see if I can find a picture.
All right.
So I remember I watched you play this game and it was so fucking funny. So it was one of those games where, does this hit a fucking core memory for you?
Yes.
Yeah. So I remember watching you play this game, and you were like a space guy on some weird planet. And there was a race. The picture I just showed you was a race of people. Even this brings me back to these fucking guys.
Yep. I do remember them weird things.
Yeah. And you were trying to like free them or something. And like, this was the character you played.
Yep.
And
that was a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. I remember watching you beat. So like the last mission really was the creature on the front, on like the cover art for it. And I remember watching you play him, and you would lose and lose, and then you fucking beat him. And I remember being like, yo, like, you fucking beat him. Yeah. And that was good times.
It's a good feeling to do that. And then there was Abe's Odd World.
I was just about to say Abe's Odd World.
Abe's Odd World is kind of like, it's like a connection for me and you, because you made me a 3D Abe's Odd World head.
I did do that.
And I still have it, and I love it.
Yeah.
So now when I associate that game, it's you. It's you and me and Abe's Odd World.
Yeah.
Although we played it all the time, But those were good games.
Those were, and like that's what's so crazy is like I think back about like those games were fairly simple,
Right.
but like big games from today don't have the same impact that they had then.
No.
And maybe there's something to be said about just how used we are, like how used to graphics or gameplay or whatever we are now
Yes.
versus back then. But like you're never going to make another character that's like Abe or
Right.
fucking Spyro and shit. You're not going to have that again.
Yeah. Only because people are, I mean, I remember, I don't know what game it was, but I remember watching, I don't know, PlayStation 4, when PlayStation 4 first came out, it was like, oh my God, is this a video game? Because it looked like a movie. And I'm
Yep.
like, what the hell is going on? Now everybody is so accustomed to it's got to be more realistic. It's got to be more realistic. They see those kind of games and they're like, no way, I don't even want to play. I don't even look at that. Stop.
Yep.
So definitely difference in time, that's for sure.
Yeah. And that's what again we're like it's such a small thing. I'm sure as a parent, when you went back to the store and bought we had the one game and then you bought the Terminator game and then you bought the third game. I'm sure as a parent you weren't like, yeah, 20 years later he's going to remember this.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It was, what can we get to play and have fun?
Exactly.
That's all it was.
Exactly. And like,
and I would have probably never, ever, ever remembered that.
mm-hmm.
Because to me, that's just not something that's important. Like you do things all throughout your life to make your kids happy, and you're not looking for, hey, I just want to let you know, 15 years ago that made me happy.
Yep.
You're in the moment.
Yep.
Like, are you guys good? You happy? Did you have fun? Yep. Okay, that's all that matters. I don't need to remember anything.
Yeah.
And it's nice to remember it, though. It really is. Like those times with her tooth. Oh my God.
Dude, her fucking tooth, dude.
Awesome.
Do you remember? Do you remember when I beat up? What was that dude's name? He lived with Sandy, and he was across the street. David.
Yes.
Fucking David.
Yes, and I remember why.
Yeah.
Do I remember? Yeah.
Do what? Why? So
I don't even know if I want to say that.
So like I remember
Diana did something with him.
No, I beat him. So I beat him up. Maybe that's why I went to his house because I don't remember why I went there.
Okay.
The memory I have was, I remember meeting him. So if you think about where you lived with Sandy,
Yep.
when you walked down the stairs, there was kind of, like a little driveway or whatever. And then they lived across that. There was like a little stream.
Yep. Well, so you come down, there was an alleyway, or a driveway that says it's driveway.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was grass and a stream with a little bridge.
Yes. And I met him at the stream.
Okay.
And maybe I can't remember why. So maybe I was confronting him about something. I don't know. But I remember he pushed Dari.
Yeah.
And she fell and she got cut or something. Because I remember like she started bleeding a little bit. And that's why I fought him.
Yeah.
And I remember like being on top of him and hitting him in the face. And I thought that so it's funny. In the moment, I thought I killed him.
All right.
I punched him in the nose. And I doubt that I broke his nose, but I remember I hit him in the nose. I heard a sound.
Okay.
A crack or a pop or something. And then I remember blood was just leaking out of his fucking face.
Okay.
So I thought I killed him.
All right.
So I got terrified, and me and Dari ran home.
Mm-hmm.
I run to you, and I tell you what happened because you always said, you were like, if you tell me the truth,
right,
you won't be in trouble.
Right.
Which was a stark contrast to James.
Okay.
James said, if you tell me the truth, you're in trouble. If you lie, you're in worse trouble. That's why I lied to him every fucking chance I got. So I came to you. I said, Dad, I'm sorry. I'm scared. I fucking told you what happened. And then I remember his parents coming to the door.
Yep.
I remember you and their parents talking. And then I was terrified. I remember sitting in the living room being like, he's going to fucking kill me. And I remember you came into the living room and you had an angry face on you. And you were like, are you hungry?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah. And you were like, let's go. We're going out to eat.
Damn right.
And you took us all to Pizza Hut.
Mm-hmm.
And you told me, you were like, you will never be in trouble for defending your sister. You did the right thing. Fuck that motherfucker. And I
I
remember
never
that.
lied.
Yeah.
Like that was the big thing. So lying, I hate lying. And it's because it took me so long in my life to get out of it.
Yeah.
Um, I lied every single day, all the time, 8 billion times a day. And there came a point in life where I was just like, this fucking sucks. Cause like I have so many lies that I gotta get out of.
Yeah.
So finally, as they started to chop down,
Mm-hmm.
I was like free of it. So I made sure that I told you guys, don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
If you do anything, I don't care what it is. And if you're honest with me about it, I won't ever beat your ass.
Yep.
I'll talk to you about it.
Yep.
Hey, why'd you do it? Okay, don't do it no more, whatever the case may be. But
Yep.
don't lie to me. Just keep it real with me because I want to be your friend in this journey.
Yep.
I want you to feel that you can trust me and be honest with me. And I got your back no matter what. But I need you to be honest with me to do that.
Yeah.
And you guys always have. Like, for the most part, not saying anything doesn't mean you're not lying to me. But if you come to me about something, it was never a lie. It was always true.
Yeah.
So I respected that about you guys.
Yeah. And I've never, like, that has left such an imprint on me. Even to this day, like, I won't lie about anything. I won't lie, to her. I don't fucking lie to friends, coworkers. I don't fucking lie about shit.
Nice.
If you ask me a question, I'm gonna give you a fucking answer.
Straight
It
up.
is what it is. Yeah, straight up. But yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
That was. I mean, the Pizza Hut was good too.
The pizza, because you got a fucking meat lover's pizza, bro.
Back then, Pizza Hut was banging.
Pizza was a shit.
Yes, it was.
It was so fucking good,
It makes
man.
me want Pizza Hut right now.
What Pizza Hut right now? Was there anything that your parents or your grandparents instilled in you that was similar? Like, is there anything that they instilled in you that you still have to this day?
No,
No?
honestly, I my grandmother babied me.
Yeah.
She did do that. So when I see Christina with the younger ones,
Mm-hmm.
I see that and I get it.
Okay.
Like, my grandfather would be like, screaming at me for something that I did. And she would, come over, oh, knock it off. He doesn't know any better. But they never gave me any life advice at all
Yeah.
to guide me through anything.
Yeah.
So I seen, like, he wasn't really there. He was always in and out of the VA hospital. So pretty much it was me and her. But she was there to kind of like butter me up.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of where my softer side comes in at. Like, yeah, I'm bad. And I had a perspective of how I wanted to perceive myself in life as a man.
Mm-hmm.
But I also had that, come here, it's going to be okay. Because that's what I was used to.
Yeah.
So I make my own rules up when it comes to a man. And then I have the whole, oh, I love you guys. You guys are all right. Once damn well I'm sure randomly I send out my messages.
Yeah.
I'm sure collectively you're all like, is Dad drunk again? Oh, here we go with this shit. Because it's all soft and it's, heartfelt.
And see, that doesn't, I'm happy that you do that, So the older I get, the more that especially like, I don't make it's common knowledge that I go to therapy. And I think that it's definitely a tool that really helps people as long as you find the right therapist. I think that's very important.
Yeah.
My therapist, I fucking wish she would have been my mom.
Okay.
Like, if I could have had her as my mom, I don't know what I would be at this age.
Gotcha.
But I definitely, when you send that stuff out, I'm happy that you say it. Something that I like, when my grandfather died, who I was named after, he just died.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was coming, and I didn't see him for, like a year before he died.
Yeah.
And there's times where I wonder, like, how much would him and I have had in common, or what could he have taught me, or what was left unsaid?
Right.
And like, so when you send that stuff, I'm like, I'm fucking glad that you're saying it, it's super important. Cause again, just like just like you buying those fucking games when I was a kid, you know, just like her Dari with her fucking tooth. Like, you don't know what's going to become a fucking core memory for somebody.
Very true.
So I'm glad, you know, I'm glad that, like, yeah, when you were younger, you know, when I was younger and I was growing up, you were much more, you were hard, but you were fair.
Right.
Yeah.
It was definitely stricter.
Yes.
You know, and I look at that, and it does. I do look at that a lot. You know, I look at from how I first was to the way that I am now, and
Yeah.
it is completely 100% changed. 360, complete 360.
Yeah.
And I try to keep things even,
Mhm.
you know, but as I go on, as the years went by, I realized that the crap, like the stuff that I would give you and Dariana, that I would yell at you about, it wasn't really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
However, it made you different people.
Yeah.
If I would have kept going, if I would have stuck to, nope, this is the way that I did here, and this, I'm going to continue to do it the whole way down the line, would the younger ones maybe have a different mindset? Probably.
Yeah.
But because I kind of was like, well, yeah, like I yelled at Robbie for this stuff, I yelled at Dari for this stuff, but I don't really yell at these guys for this stuff because it wasn't really. I think what happened was I would yell at you guys. I would feel bad for yelling at you guys because obviously it wasn't such a major thing.
Yeah.
Although it taught you right from wrong and it taught you discipline,
Yep.
it wasn't 100% necessary.
Yeah.
So I kind of backed off. I think is what it is.
Well, and I think like that really speaks to like how people evolve, you know, like I do well for myself, you know. I think that I'm all right for my age and everything.
Oh yeah.
But like all of your kids can say that.
Right. So I often think about this. So my sister
Yeah.
and her husband.
Who we love to death.
Yes.
Because I know where this is going, so I want to preface with that.
Yes.
No judgment.
No judgment. So like when I was younger, you know, my sister and her husband, they had money. You know, they
did.
have money. They have a nice house. You know, they have, you know, their kids, and their kids had whatever they asked for.
Yeah.
So I would look at that and I was like, wow, like I want my kids to have everything that they have because they have everything.
Yep.
But as the time went on, you know, like my sister and her husband split for reasons.
Yep.
And, you know, their kids are not doing as great.
Yeah.
I would say sort of like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still doing good.
Yeah.
You know, but they're not, they're living their life.
Yes.
They're out there, they're living their life.
Yes.
And I thought that because my kids didn't have what they had, my kids would be less than.
Yeah.
And that is completely untrue.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of you guys, you know, are out there. You all have good paying jobs. You get up every day. You go to work. You got relationships going on. You have jobs. You got things to be proud of.
Yep.
There's never been no arrest made.
Yep.
There's never been any like illegal drug activity. There's never it's always been all positive.
Yep.
So it boggles me. And I think about that from time to time. And I'm like, so I was wishing for something that I didn't have to wish for.
Mhm.
All I needed to do was just stick around and be like, hey, don't do that.
Well, and like that really, a lot of the things that I have, a lot of things like I don't know how to say it. There's a certain way that I think about things when it comes to raising children, which is, well, not even just raising children, even like relationships or anything, but there's like short-term value and long-term value.
Okay.
And, you know, like when you're looking for a significant other.
Hmm.
You know, short-term value is like, how attractive are they?
Right.
You know, are they super hot? Are you really, really attracted to them?
Right.
That's short-term value because 20 years from now, that's going to change. And then you have things like long-term value, which is like, do you and them agree on how to raise a kid?
Exactly.
You know, are they like, especially I think from like a female looking for a male, like, are they a hard worker? That's a long-term value thing that you're looking for. And when you look at a lot of the things that, you know, are my cousins had,
Hmm.
the things that I'm like, I didn't have then, it was just short-term value shit.
That's true.
I remember, you know, my cousin had every game system as soon as it came out.
Yep.
I would go to his house, he would have the new game system, the newest games, and he would show me, and I was like, holy fuck.
Yep.
But that was
And I
short-term
wanted
value.
that for you guys.
Yeah, but it was short-term value.
Very, very true.
You know, he had a closet. I remember it was such a weird thing.
I remember this.
He had a closet and all of his clothes were hung.
Yep.
And I was like, this is
Nikes
yeah.
all down on the
Nikes all across it. He had nice t-shirts, all new, no stains.
Yep.
He had crazy shorts, the whole nine.
Yep.
That's all short-term value. You're not gonna you don't learn what we had was the long-term value, which was like, here's how you get that. You know, here's how you have to work hard to get it. And you have to, once you get your stuff, you can't just blow your money, you know, like you can't just go fucking gamble it. Like
Yeah.
you gotta do this and do this and do this to get that stuff. And I think that's really where like when you look at any of us,
Yeah.
none of us are, I don't think any of us are losers by any means.
Mhm.
Every single one of us, although we took different paths,
Right.
we're all taking a path.
Yes.
None of us just stood still.
Right.
You know, the next oldest son is in a band,
Yes.
which like I would never do.
I could tell you, like, so that is definitely Trevor.
Yep.
And when I first heard about that, now that's his side gig.
Yeah.
You know, he is head of security
Yep.
for a company, which he goes to work every day and he does his thing and he does a great job.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first heard that he was going to be in this band, I was like, oh, are you kidding me? You know, I don't. Okay. So she was like, yeah, he's on bass. He's playing the bass guitar.
Yep.
And we went and saw him do a gig, like a little thing at a park, you know, because they're starting out, they're
Yeah.
doing their thing. He was just up at the house on
Was it the fair?
the fair,
Yeah.
and he was wailing on that thing, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like he sounds good.
Yep.
The band leader,
Not so much.
he just needs to work on his tone.
Yeah.
If he got his tone set, they would actually probably take off. But it was so good that I texted him and I was like, "You played very good tonight."
Yeah.
I'm just going to say random shit. I'm not going to say that if you suck.
You keep it real.
I do keep it real.
Yeah. If you fucking suck, I'm gonna tell you fucking suck.
Or I ain't going to say nothing at all.
Or I ain't gonna say nothing at all.
But he actually played good. So yes, he is the second oldest. He's doing that.
Yeah. And like, you know, you got the next one that does, he just got engaged.
Just got engaged.
He's looking at paying off his house, and is he still looking at opening like a multiplex or whatever?
He is doing double payments on a house. He is working at a foundry. He's an electrician. He's making really good money.
Yep.
Gets up every day, goes to work, begs for overtime.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to pay his house off in half the time
Yep.
to start big.
Yep.
So he's got his eye on the goal as well. So he's moving right along with no issues.
Yep. You have the one is a Marine,
Yes.
and then even Kaylee, she's like, she has a job.
Yep.
She's in church. She has stuff with church.
So we got to Camden. He decided that he was going to serve his country. I'm not really sure where it came from. It
Yeah.
wasn't something that we forced on him
Not by any means.
by any means.
Because him and I have a very different outlook with military. I think that, and this is no offense at all, but I think that the majority of people that go into the military, I'm not saying everybody, but I think the majority of people that go into the military couldn't figure out what else they had to offer. So they said, well, I can at least offer like a physical, some level of like I can do push-ups and shoot a
Right.
gun. So again, that's nothing against anyone that's in there, including my brother, but him and I have very different outlooks on that. We're like, that's like his dream.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he just came home one day and he was like, I know that I don't want to go to college.
Yep.
So I'm thinking that maybe the Marines has something more to offer me. It's a more of a long-term career. And if I do what I got to do, I can get myself retired by the time I'm 35, which I believe is true.
Yep.
And he just went in and did that.
Yep.
Then we have Darren, who kind of floats around. He was on, I know he was mentioned on one of the podcasts about being sweaty and working at Sheets. However, he wants the job. His goal behind that was, look, I want to get a car. And in order to get a car, I need to get up and get money and I need to work every day.
Yep.
That's exactly right. He's like, so I need a job and I want a job. So he's working at Sheets.
Yep.
Doing his thing.
Yep.
And then Sis, she is the youngest. She works at the grocery outlet.
Yep.
She worked at McDonald's. That didn't work out for her. She works at grocery outlet. Yes, she does. She actually is involved with CrossNet, which is a religious group, and they are very nice down there. Like she goes down, she like sponsors, like, well, I don't know if she sponsors them. She does have somebody that she is sponsored by, but she goes down and she goes with the younger kids and sets them up and does their thing. And
Yep.
she's been there for years.
Yeah.
So everybody is doing great, and I got obviously your sister Darian, she's the second down.
Yep.
She's doing her thing. Yeah, she definitely has health issues going on.
Yep.
But she still gets up every day, goes to work, pays her bills. And that's why I said, no matter what you're doing, no matter if you are a manager of a company or if you're just making MTOs at Sheets.
Yep.
I couldn't be more proud of any one of you because you all get up and you said different paths. It's a different path, but it's all in the same direction. It's all forward.
Yes. And I think that's the biggest testament to like short term versus long term.
Mm-hmm.
None of your kids have been arrested.
Nope.
None of your kids had a kid.
No.
You know what I mean?
And
I know it's common.
Yeah,
but like
what, man, I am not getting any younger, so I'm going to need something soon.
But like none of them, none of us did any of the things that if you were to look at a stranger's life, be like, that's going to set you up negatively.
Right.
Every single one of your kids had a job before 18. Every single one of your kids, the moment they could drive, started driving. Darren and Kaylee just got
their permits.
Yeah. Like I remember going to get my permit with you.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you testing me. I remember you like, here's the practice test. I'm asking random questions.
Yep.
We read that whole pamphlet together.
I do remember that.
Every single one of your kids is doing something. None of them live at home. None of them are like struggling to do anything. Every single one of them.
Yep. And
that's a perfect testament to like, we may not have seen some of the short-term things.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I didn't have a closet that you could walk into like my cousin did that was lined with Nikes and bullshit like that.
Yeah.
I was taught how to get that. And I think that's where, anyone that wants kids, like, you got to look at how to give them the long-term stuff.
Very good.
I think that's where you like truly succeeded. And I also think that's what really like, when you talk about carrying on a legacy, like after someone passes, like, that's how you live through others.
Mm-hmm.
When your time comes, but your children are successful or your children's children are successful, like
right.
you did your part.
And I definitely am at the age now where I look back and I'm like, yeah, I think I did a pretty good job because we're almost empty nesters.
Yes, you're almost there.
Sis left and that's it. So I look back more on that. And like when I come home and I'll make a drink and if there's nobody around, I get my feelings,
Yeah.
because I think about you guys and I think like, wow, like you're doing so great. And it's not a sad in my feelings. It's a very happy, proud in my feelings.
Yeah.
So I try to like send out my little text message, and only a few people will be like, "Is he drunk again?" Because normally I'm still that tough guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll definitely say I love you all the time now. That was something that,
Never. The first time you told me was after we swapped my Civic,
good Lord,
which was I had to have
you're
been
24.
something because I cried. I never told you that.
Okay.
You told me because I drove home, and by home I mean I drove to Lindsay's mom's house,
All right.
and I was sitting in the living room with Lindsay. We were watching Cops, and you texted me that, and you were like, "Just remember, I love you. This is going to be a moment that I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life." I fucking cried.
Hmm.
And she thought I was crying because of something else, like I was stressed or something. And I was like, "No, my fucking dad told me that he loved me." And like,
Which never,
never.
like I never had that growing up either.
Yeah.
So it was very hard for me being masculine
Yep.
to be like, I love you to another dude.
Yeah.
The girls, it was easy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
no big
don't
deal.
worry, honey, I love you. You're okay. But the dude, no. I had to bring you up tough. You're the man. You don't get that.
Yep.
Which was wrong, completely wrong. And it's still a little for me to say, but I say it anyway. Especially now that I'm older, because I need you guys to know.
Yeah.
Like I do. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I respect you. I'm so proud of you. Like you need to know. And it's almost like I'm making up for all the times that I did. So I got to cram it in now.
Yeah.
Just in case.
One like, and like, I could never say enough about your impact on my life, or like, because it's common knowledge. I mean, anyone that knows me knows, right? Like my birth genetic father,
Yes.
don't know nothing about him. I had one conversation with him when he was talking about like kidnapping me or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, something weird. I had to tell him like, try me, I'll
Yeah.
fucking beat your ass.
Mhm.
But like, if you
Yeah.
weren't in my life, I would not be nowhere near what I am now. I would be a loser that sits at home with no work ethic,
Mm.
shitting all over my drawers like
Oh.
James.
Oh.
And I carry a level of like confidence
Yes.
that I know some people don't like, but I don't give a fuck. I carry a level of confidence, and that comes directly from you.
Okay.
Because when I got early in elementary school, when I got beat up all the time, you would always tell me, yo, when you're ready to fight back, just let me know.
Yeah.
And I was scared. I was a little kid and I was afraid.
Yeah.
And James's way
Oh,
was
God.
really easy. Just, put your arm up and act like it. And, and it was
God.
easy because I didn't have to do anything.
I remember that conversation.
Yeah, but I always got my ass beat anyway. And then I would go home and get my ass beat because he was mad that I got into an altercation.
Right.
So then, like, there came a point where I came to you and I was like, I'm tired of getting bullied.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm going to show you how to fight. I'm going to show you how to throw a punch. I'm going to show you what it is. And when I first fought back, it was a middle schooler. So I was in elementary school. I was probably like fourth grade. I wasn't super like tiny.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably about fourth grade, and there was a middle school right next to our elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
So a sixth grader used to come and take my lunch money.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was hanging out with my only friend in that school before I switched schools. His name was Charles.
Okay.
I was hanging out with Charles, and this sixth grader came by, and he was like, "Why are you hanging out with this fucking white trash?"
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I was like, "What'd you call me?" And he was like, "Because I'm even that, just saying that, like my heart sank."
Yeah.
But I stood up for myself. And he's like, "You heard me, fucking white trash, fucking white trash." And I remember he like tapped me on the chest. And you always told me, you were like, "Look, do not go starting a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Don't swing first."
I had to say that because your mom and James.
Yes. But you were like, "But if someone touches you, beat their fucking
That's
ass."
fucking it.
And I remember you saying that as he touched my chest. He touched my chest.
Hands
I
down.
fucking uppercutted him, and he fell. And I remember being like, "Huh."
Yeah.
Like I remember being like, "Holy fuck!" And I jumped on him, and I started fucking hitting him, and we were rolling around, and and I beat him up. And I remember being so happy that I stood up for myself.
Yeah.
And that came
Yep.
from you.
That's a good feeling.
Because James, I don't even remember when I came home, James beat my ass because I got into a fight.
That's okay.
But that's what I said. That's okay.
He could beat you. You'll be smiling the whole time.
I don't give a fuck.
Mhm.
Because I fucking stood up for myself. And that kid never fucked with me again.
I remember I remember I was bullied all throughout my younger years.
Yeah.
When I hit Reynolds, I remember this kid, Jerome. He every fucking day he would follow me and talk shit, and he would do all this stuff. Well, one day, and it was the final straw.
Yeah.
He was behind me. We were standing there. He took my hat. And now hats were a big thing when I was in Reynolds. Like if you had the hat, you were the shit.
Yep.
So he follows me halfway home. He takes my hat, and that was it. I turned around and snatched him up, punched him right in his fucking mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was scared, but the freedom or like the release of all that bullshit.
Yes.
He never fucked with me again.
Yep.
I mean, and then it kind of led to me I didn't have to go the route that I took. Whenever somebody put their hands on me, I was down for whatever.
Is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm going to pause this for a second. I have to fucking piss.
So do I. I didn't even know you could.
So we've been having twisted teas. I'm like 6 twisties in.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where are we at?
We're an hour and a half. We can keep going. Holy fuck. Yeah, sorry, I had to.
That's good.
That was a quick little fucking piss break.
Yeah.
But we're back.
Sure.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, I wouldn't be who I am today.
I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, as the kids get older, you hear more feedback that you really don't expect to hear, but it's nice. It definitely is nice to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, until I have kids, I think my proudest moment would be getting you the Del Sol.
Yes, which is parked right out front.
It is. So when I was a kid, I don't know how you would know better than me how old I would have been, but that was way back.
You actually tried to remind me of this.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that I didn't remember you said it.
Yeah. So there was a time where you had shown me, this is how young I was, you showed me how to wire up an amp.
Okay.
So you were like, battery power, then you have your ground, you have your negative, and then you have your remote that goes directly to the stereo. And you showed me how to do that. And we were watching Back to the Future, and you showed me at the end of Back to the Future 1, he has that pickup. And you were like, if you're ever going to buy me a car, I want that pickup.
I did want the Toyota Tacoma.
I could not afford that.
Well, I mean, and trying to find one of them like that.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
But I bought my Del Sol. So, little backstory into me buying my Del Sol. I was driving my Mini Cooper, and I missed the joy that I would have from driving my Civic.
Okay.
My Civic was swapped, and it was just fun to be in it. Even though it was a fucking piece of shit, it was just fun to drive.
Right.
I loved, like cruising in fifth, and someone came up alongside you and downshifting into third, and then fucking taking off. It was so fun. So driving in my Mini Cooper, I was like, damn, I missed that. So I bought my Del Sol.
Yeah.
And I knew what I was going to put in it. I knew everything I was going to do to it. And when you saw my Del Sol, you were like, this car's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I knew then.
Okay.
So it was you saw it while I worked at East Pete.
Yep.
You came by to look at it, and I showed you it, and you were like, this is the fucking shit.
Yeah.
I knew from that point, I was like, I got to buy him one.
Yeah.
And a good friend of mine, Adam, also happened to have one. I was able to buy it off of him, and he followed me up to your house on Christmas.
Okay.
And he dropped it off.
Uh-huh.
And then I walked in, and that was the year I did Christmas, like the gift roulette. So
Yeah.
I had like gifts for boys, gifts for girls, and gifts for whoever.
Yep.
And I had to tell them, like, in order to get a gift, you had to give a memory.
Yes.
So they would, oh, here's my memory, and then depending on, I told them, depending on the like how much I liked your memory, I would tell you to where to pick from.
What?
Realistically, I just knew it's either going to be a boy or a girl or a mystery one.
Okay.
So I would do that, and we went through all the gifts, and I was last, and I had the key to the Del Sol
Yeah.
in a gift behind me. And I was like, man, here's my memory. And I told you about that time. And then I was like, so here's my memory. And I gave you the key.
Yeah.
And I remember you opening it and you'd be like, what the fuck? You're giving me your car? And I was like, not mine.
Yeah.
I was like,
you didn't get that one.
yeah, I was like, yours is parked next to mine.
Yeah.
And that will go down. Even if I have kids
That blew me away.
and with those I have my own memories, that's going to be top 3 memories of my life.
Yeah. That, yeah. I mean, nobody really does that. I mean, there are people out there that's got like shit tons of money.
Yeah.
Who try to track down the dad's favorite car or whatever, and get it restored for him. But that is something that you don't really hear about. And yes, like when I got that was pretty emotional. That really touched me. That like you would remember a conversation from that long ago.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, get me a car.
Yeah.
I know that I feel that the meaning behind the car was for us to build our cars together.
It was.
Although I'm very damn impatient.
Yeah.
And I had the car there at my house. So I just went ahead and got mine running.
It's equally so like yes, like it was definitely for us to build them together and have a thing together. Just as much as you're like commenting on like you're impatient about it, I'm also very lackadaisical on it.
Uh-huh.
I did 80% of it, 90% of it, right? I did the whole swap in a week with you, and we got everything running, everything's fine. And there's just the little things to tweak yet.
Right.
And I go, all right. Like
it's not that far away from being done. And you are an hour away from the house. So
that is
not as convenient to get to it.
Plus, that was right before I bought the house.
Yes.
So the change in from a rent to a mortgage and things like that really fucking fucked me up. Yeah. But I do intend 100% to, her and I are talking about refinancing. We're looking into it now. And the plan is to refinance and then have her get off her job and just stay home. But with that, I'll have the funds to buy the remaining few things I need and get it fixed up.
There you go.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely nice. It's nice to have. Yeah. I think Adam actually made the comment that it was more so, he said, one day you'll ride together.
Yes.
And I think that's what it needs to happen.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Are there any other stories you could think of from your childhood, like that were like, like really impacted you, or looking back, it's kind of funny, and maybe in the moment they weren't?
Oh man, that's a tricky one. No, I have so many stories. I've been a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can't really honestly think of something that impacted me, or that makes me think like at the time I was like, what the hell? And now I'm like, haha, that was pretty funny. I'm sure there are plenty. I'm sure there really are, but I just can't think of anything off the top of my head, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Let me ask you something else.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you were to talk to your younger self,
oh boy,
yes. How old would they have been?
Okay.
So at what age would you talk to your younger self?
Yep.
And what would you tell them?
11 years old.
11 years old.
So when I hit 12, that's when I started going downhill.
Yeah.
So if I could go back and see my little self, I would be 11.
Yeah.
And I would probably make myself aware of who I am now, and all the fails that I had to get to this point. And I would try tell myself, like, look, do it this way, keep your credit good, that way it's not such a struggle in life. Um, don't do this, don't go with this person. I would definitely give myself some helpful hints.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that.
Um, what's something you always wanted to try but never did?
Man. So I'm definitely afraid of heights. So it wouldn't be like skydiving or anything like that.
Yeah, I say all the time, if God wanted me up there, he'd have gave me wings.
Exactly. Try. I don't know. Um, one of the things that I was led to believe when I was growing up that I would pretty much never leave here. I'm here. This is where I'm in. I'm where I'm at. This is where I live. This is where I'm going to always be.
Yeah.
Through work, I got a trip to go to Las Vegas.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to fly, and I'm definitely not, and whatever. So I came home and I talked to Christina, and I was like, yeah, so I want a trip to Las Vegas. And she's like, okay, are we going to go? I'm like, no. Like, do you want to go? She's like, of course I want to go. So we did go. We just had purchased a new car, and I mean, the car had like 20,000 miles on it. So she was like, why don't we drive? Because I don't like to fly.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
We left, and I got to see so many states and so many beautiful things, and just see what the world has to offer. And that's something that I never thought that I would do, ever.
Yeah.
And now that I did it, I am all about it, because now I do it all the damn time.
Yeah, so that's actually interesting. So at that time, I also worked for the same company.
Yes.
And I didn't know it. So the thing you won was a company thing.
Right.
I don't remember exactly what it was called. It was like the Elite something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But I remember Schwebel brought up how I was in the running, like I was in the lead for it.
You were.
And I was like, I don't even know this thing exists.
I know.
And I lost because, and I don't remember his name, but I had an employee run a company car right into the back of a regular person at a stoplight. Come to find out, he was on drugs, and it was a whole big thing.
I remember that. Yep.
He cost me 150 grand. And that knocked me out of it and got you into it.
Okay.
And that's like, I wouldn't say that I believe in God. I definitely think that things happen, and if things don't happen, it's for a good reason.
I agree with that 100%.
And in the moment, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because I was looking forward, I was going to take, because the company gives you can take this trip, or you can take the cash equivalent. And I was
not know that.
Yes, and I was going to take the cash.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna take this money and go do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay.
And I lost, and your store won and took it.
Mm-hmm.
And in the moment, I was like, damn, like that was like, 6-7 grand I was gonna have. But I'm so glad, like again, like I think that things just happen for a reason. Like I lost and you got it, and that sparked this fucking fire in you.
Yeah.
Of traveling and having your kids travel with you. It sparked all this stuff. And then like looking back, I'm like, no, of course that happened. Like, because if I'd have gotten it, you wouldn't have, you've traveled the country how many times already? Yeah.
So I never traveled before then.
Yeah.
And I probably would never have.
Yeah, I don't think you ever would have.
I would have never have.
Yep.
Since then, we've been, so me and her did that. We went out to Vegas and we came back, and we took our own route, and we did our own thing, and I told my boss, I was like, how long do you have like to do this? And he was like, just come back when you need to come back. I said, because I'm not flying, I'm driving.
Yep.
So we stopped at all these states and we saw all those things. And like, as I'm seeing these things, I said, I would love to bring the kids with me, the ones that were at home. So we made this thing. Like we were like, you know what? Let's take the kids because Austin was getting ready to leave. He was gone.
Yep.
We still had Camden, Darren, and Sis. And we didn't know that Camden was getting ready to leave.
Yep.
And we knew that Darren is turning 18. So so we were like, let's just go cross country. Let's start here in Maine and just go out to Vegas to visit all the states and come back through all the states and do these things. And we did them. And now Austin just came back from Massachusetts.
Yep.
Because now and that's the thing. That's part of the thing. Like I want them to see that and experience that. I've made a couple comments to Darian. I was like, look, when we go, if you want to go, I would love to take you down to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I would just love to do that, whatever. And I know it's hard with her and you because you guys are older. You guys have a lot more on your plate. Now, Bird can't go with us anymore. It's just the two younger ones. So it kind of sucks. But I guess I would have loved to have been in the position a long, long, long time ago.
Yeah.
To do that with everybody.
And like I said, like there's things that we did that some people might see as minute, but like were big deals. One of the biggest memories that me and Dari always talk about is going camping and playing manhunt.
So, funny story, I didn't know that you guys called it manhunt. Me and Christina called it flashlight tag.
It was flashlight tag.
Right.
It was, and somewhere along the way we changed the name of it to manhunt. But like that's one of those things where it's like
that was fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. It was hide and seek in the dark. And the person finding you had a flashlight.
Yep.
And it was so cool to like be camping, hiding, and you have someone with a flashlight trying to find you. If they shine a light on you and they found you, they got your ass.
Yep.
And you're high. Like it was so cool.
It was.
So like even though it's not, whatever you want to put it to, even if you talk about like financially, it's not, or not financially, but like from a dollar perspective, It didn't cost as much. The impact was still there.
Mm-hmm. A lot of time, like I was happy as you guys got older, where it was like, I'm collecting firewood. I'm going out. I'm going to get it.
Yep.
Because it was me.
Yeah.
So then you guys would get older and you guys would give me the machete.
Yes.
All right. So that was a fun thing. Like I saw you guys wanted to take over. I saw you guys were interested in it and you liked it. And then it became, you're out on your own. Hey, me and Adam are going camping. Hey, I went camping and I did this. And I'm like, that was me.
Yeah.
We as a family did that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My love for camping 100% came from you taking us camping.
That's so awesome.
It's funny. I don't know why I planned on telling Adam this when he was on and it just didn't happen.
Okay.
So the last time I went camping with him, we tried to go as like bushcraft as we could. So for the majority of the night, I just slept in a hammock.
I know, I couldn't do that.
It was his hammock.
Oh God.
I had to piss so bad.
Oh no.
I pulled my dick out and pissed out of the hammock.
All right.
And I was afraid that he was going to wake up and be like, yo, what the fuck?
Did you piss on him?
No, I didn't piss on him.
Oh, all right.
No. I was afraid of getting pissed in the hammock.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Oh, there you go.
But I did it because I told myself, I was like, if I get out of this thing, I'm not getting back in it.
Right.
So I was like, and I enjoy, like, genuinely, I enjoy being in this hammock.
Okay.
So I fucking pulled my dick out and rolled over and pissed out of the hammock. And he didn't catch it because it was raining.
Oh,
so there was rain.
Good.
There was rain hitting I had a tarp over top of me and shit. So like you couldn't hear me doing it, but I pissed out. I was leaning and pissed. Sorry, Adam. But yeah, that was a good time, and like all of that came from you taking us camping.
He's definitely not going to share a hammock with you anymore.
Yeah, we didn't share one to begin with.
Oh,
yeah, that would have been terrible.
Where was he at?
So I was like this, and he was perpendicular to me.
Oh.
Yeah, so we were both in a hammock, but we were in separate hammocks.
Ah,
Yeah, but I just pissed right on the ground.
that's fine.
Yeah. I did end up later that night having to piss again, and I got up and out,
Okay.
and then I was like, yeah, I can't get back in it. So I
That's
just
definitely roughing it.
it was rough. So we took so that campsite was great. I want to say that campsite was great, even though like I'll get to that. So the campsite was great. We had to hike about I want to say a half or maybe 3/4 of a mile in.
You got work tonight.
I do, but fuck it. He asked me that because he just grabbed another twisty.
We're having twisted teas.
Yeah, I had 5 of these.
And there's a 6-pack here.
Yep.
It's completely empty.
Those are gone.
And then there's another 4 over here that are completely empty.
And then we each have one in our hands.
Yes, we do. But camping, go ahead.
So we had to hike. It was like 3/4 of a mile in, but it was all uphill. That fucking sucked because we had to make 2 trips and bring everything with us.
Just used to. That was
Just 2 of us.
That was just the last time.
Yep.
Okay.
So that sucked.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I told you this. So we camped and we didn't have a campfire or anything. It was like bushcraft. Yeah. And we brought MREs.
Okay.
So which a future episode, once I get so obviously this is just audio only.
Okay.
The plan is to go video.
Gotcha.
I want to get another camera.
I got
So
you.
I have 2 angles.
I want to be on camera.
That's fine. Once I have both cameras, the next time Adam is on, we're actually going to taste test MREs.
Very nice.
Yes.
That is very nice.
I might even do a raffle and give something away.
Okay.
So I'm excited for that.
I want to see your faces.
Well, because him and I are very different. He will eat like meat out of a can.
Mm-hmm.
I won't. I think that's fucking gross. I think it's like I can't do that, right? Like
So you wouldn't eat a ham patty?
well, except for ham patties.
Oh.
Which when Dari was on, we talked about ham patties. I fucking love ham patties.
Ham patties are banging.
Ham patties are fucking banging.
All right.
Ham patties came out of a can. They were great.
What about Spam? Spam is in, rice and beans.
Spam, I'm indifferent. So if you eat Spam sometimes, I can eat it. There was a time where a friend of mine and I made Spam fries.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. So you say, ooh, check this out. So we took the thing of Spam, we cut it into French fries, thin strips, and fried it.
Okay.
And then we had like a dipping sauce. It was mayo based with some other shit in it.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
And it was good. It was nice. They were really crispy. But they had like a meat flavor.
Yeah.
They were salt on top of them.
I'll try that.
They were good.
Yeah.
Spam in rice, I'll eat that all day long.
Right.
But when you talk about like there's guys I work with that bring like packs of tuna, I can't eat that.
Okay.
It's not for me.
Just right out of
the fucking bag.
Okay.
Like a cat. I can't eat that.
Yeah, no.
So him and I, but he will.
Like a cat.
Like a cat. Autumn will eat that shit all day long. He'll eat that. He'll eat fucking corned beef hash is like his fucking go-to.
God, Autumn.
Yeah, so the plan is, this is a spoiler alert for a later episode. Me and him, I want to get some not from America MREs.
Oh.
Like Japanese MRE.
God.
Yeah. And open them
That's so bad.
because we're not even going to know what the fuck is in it.
That's true.
We're not going to be able to read it. And we're going to eat it.
That's going to be good.
And there's going to be shit that I fucking hate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm very, like,
Ugh.
as you know, I like to cook. I like things that taste good.
Yes.
And canned meat doesn't taste good. So I'm looking forward to that.
That is going to be a nice one. I
But
want to watch that.
I don't know if I told you this. When him and I went camping that time, we just brought MREs.
I did not know that.
And they were great. So I brought a couple because we were supposed to stay like the weekend, but it ended up getting completely rained out. So we left the next night. But I had an MRE. I want to say I had chili mac.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
It's like the best one.
Yeah.
It's chili macaroni and cheese. And then here's the secret. It comes with jalapeno cheddar cheese spread. Yeah. People put that in the chili mac and eat it.
Yeah.
It was so fucking good.
I would tear that up.
It was so good. And then him and I, we were like, well, let's eat the next morning because it was still raining. We were like, well, let's eat breakfast. When the rain chills, we're going to pack up and go because we can't stay. We're not going to stay here all weekend if it's just raining.
Okay.
So I had 2 MREs in me.
From
One from the night before
Okay.
and the morning of.
Okay.
We pack everything up. We go to head back home.
Oh.
I had to shit.
I bet you did.
I had to shit so bad. So
Did a gas station get it? Or you didn't make it?
a grocery store.
All right.
So we were in Gettysburg,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, so I'm very passionate about shitting at home.
Okay.
I hate when I have to shit at work.
I feel you on that.
I hate shitting out in public.
I feel that.
So I
Yes.
was like, I'm going to wait until I get home.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I got to the Gettysburg Giant,
All right.
and I told him, he was like, I'm gonna just wait in the car.
Uh-huh.
I said, bet. I go into this bathroom, and when I go into the bathroom, there's two urinals and one stall.
Oh, okay.
I go in the stall, and immediately before I even sit down, there's a cell phone there, and I'm like, I ain't dealing with this because someone's gonna come back looking for
Right.
it. So I took it and I just put it on the sink.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I sit down and I shit my whole ass.
All right.
It was disgusting.
Oh my God, I believe it.
It was disgusting. And the entire time,
Jalapeno chili mac.
jalapeno chili mac and whatever.
Hot.
Yeah,
Oh,
it burned.
Oh, it did.
And the entire time I have this fear that like a kid's gonna come in and have to shit,
Okay.
right? Because I ain't stopping. Once that started, it's over.
Yep.
So I'm in there and I'm shitting and I'm like, please God. I also don't have my cell phone. So my cell phone died. So I left it with Adam in the car to charge.
Uh-huh.
So I was shitting in silence.
Yeah, that's horrible.
It's the worst.
That is horrible.
I'm shitting
Uh-huh.
and a kid comes in. And I'm like, oh fuck.
Looking for a cell phone?
Yes.
Did he poke his fucking head under the...
No.
Okay, thank God.
He's looking for a cell phone. He can't
Okay.
find it. He leaves. A man comes back in.
Oh, man.
He knocks on the door.
What the hell?
He was like, is there a cell phone in there? And I said, nah, bruh.
No.
I said, yeah. I said, no. I left it on the sink. I don't know what to tell you.
Did anybody else come in?
Yes. Other people came in.
Oh.
There was a dude that took a piss in the urinal right next to me, farted. Like,
What the hell?
yeah, people in Gettysburg don't give a fuck.
Okay.
And I'm in there stinking up the place.
Yeah.
It gets so much worse.
Oh my God.
So and it's a bad shit. It is greasy, hot stink is coming out of my butt. It's not good.
All right.
So the kid leaves. Eventually, a father and son walk into the bathroom. So the cell phone thing, the dad ends up coming back in,
Uh-huh.
and he was like, hey, like I'm in the middle of shitting.
Right.
I'm straining, and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know, I stopped by the Lost and Found. They said someone turned it in. I really appreciate it.
He came back into the bathroom,
Yeah.
knocked on the stall just
Yes.
to let you know that he found a cell phone.
Yeah. And I was
And
like,
interrupted your shit.
yeah, I was like, cool. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah,
I'm
oh my God.
I'm not having a good time in here. Right? So
Why would he do that?
a father and son come in, and the son has to shit.
No.
So he's like, oh, I can't. Right? And he leaves, and the dad's like, well, it's okay. We'll have to wait.
Huh.
I'm a long shitter.
Uh-huh.
I'm a marathon
You're 45
shitter.
minutes in.
I'm a 45-minute in shit.
All right.
And I'm like, damn, I feel so bad. He comes in like 3 times and can't go to the bathroom because I'm in there shitting.
Oh.
The father ends up asking a lady to open the women's room so his son can shit.
Okay.
And I'm like, thank God.
Right.
Here's where it gets bad.
I was gonna say, okay.
So I get done. I wipe my ass, whatever. I go to flush. Clogged.
Oh God. Why?
And I said, what the fuck?
You don't give courtesy flushes at all?
No.
Oh, that's horrible.
Not in a random place. At work, I'll courtesy flush. I shit at work not too long ago. I flushed like 6 times. It was disgusting.
Okay.
But here I was like, these motherfuckers don't know me.
Right. Okay.
Yo. Unbeknownst to me, I shit in a toilet that was already clogged.
God.
Yeah, let that sink in.
Oh. To be the janitor, not fucking giant. Oh.
I shit on top of a clog.
Oh, it's horrible.
So I go to flush it.
Uh-huh.
It fills up.
Oh,
I said, "Oh God."
does it spill over?
No, it doesn't spill over.
Oh.
I said, "Oh my God." So I take the plunger and I'm trying to plunge out the fucking the clog. All I'm doing is making poop soup.
Yes.
It is just I dry heave. It's my own shit, and I start dry heaving,
Oh.
and there's people in the bathroom.
And you want to go have with these MREs?
Yes,
Okay.
there's people in the bathroom like pissing or washing their hands, and they're hearing me go like toilet. I flush it a second time, it fills up even more.
God.
It was a bowl full of hot, mushy shit and toilet paper.
God.
And I said, I
just-
can't,
Yeah.
I can't do
Just
anything.
leave.
Yes. So I waited until there was no one in the restroom.
Uh-huh.
I immediately got out of the bathroom. I washed my hands and I fucking just beeline it right to the car. And I tell Adam, and we sit there and laugh until we cry because I was like, whatever janitor gets that is going to be upset.
He's gonna quit.
Dude, I gagged on my own shit.
He's gonna quit.
Yeah, I would kill somebody.
He's gonna throw the fucking plunger in and be like, you know what? This is shit. Who was eating this?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Dude, I would find the next living thing and strangle it. It was so
That's
bad.
a good story.
And what's funny is a week after we left,
That's a good story.
Adam sent me a news article where we camped caught fire. And he was like, the janitor that fucking had to take care of your shit set fire to our campsite. It was disgusting.
Oh, that's so funny.
Dude, I was gagging. It was such a bad shit. I gagged.
It's happened.
It happens.
But what are the chances of shitting on top of a clog?
That was crazy.
I mean, you didn't notice it was clogged when you went in?
No, it was empty. Or like there was just water.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to flush it.
I wouldn't flush it to check. But I sat down and took a shit and everything, and when it was done, I was like, no way. Because it's already such a... I don't like shitting in public.
Right.
Did I tell you I shat once on a train?
No, why would you do that?
Dude, so me, Adam, his girl Crystal, and Lindsay went to New York. We spent a day in New York.
Okay.
This was years ago.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
I tried to shit before we left. We took the train there.
I do.
And we lived in Mount Joy at the time, and the train station was right there. So I tried to shit before we left, couldn't.
Right.
When we were waiting for the train, I had to shit.
Okay.
And I said, I don't know what to do. We get on the train. It's not too long of a drive, maybe like 2 hours or something like that. But I had to shit, and they had to talk me into shitting
on the train.
On the train. I was terrified. I was like, I'm not doing this. I ended up doing it.
All right.
So I went and I shat on the train. And that in its own right was terrible.
I mean, I'm sure it was small.
It was so cramped.
Okay.
So cramped, and you're moving, which people don't really think about. Like when you're in a car, you're moving.
Yeah.
And you don't think about it because you're moving with the speed of the car.
Right.
Something about a train, you're always like, oh, I'm moving. Like you're always like leaning forward. There's like almost like a difference in the momentum.
Okay.
Like a train, you're like, the train's moving, now I'm moving. There's always like the force feels different versus a car. I think maybe it's because you can move around in a train. Maybe that's why.
That might be.
A car, it's not like you're moving around.
Right.
You're seated, you're strapped in.
Right.
A train, you're just sitting there. So when the train moves, you're like, oh, now I'm moving.
Never was in a moving train.
Yeah. So there's this level of like inertia or something. So it's so tense to like shit. And there's one bathroom. So if anyone else has to go, they know you're in there.
Right.
So if it stinks, they know you caused the stink.
And they're watching you come out because they have to go in.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So there was a lot of pent up tension there. With shitting on that train. They had to talk me into it, and then I did it, and it was cool.
I mean, it didn't stick up like the whole car or anything.
No, thank God. So the cool thing with that, I mean, I don't know if it's every train. That was like one of the only trains I've ever been on, but I was able to flush, and it was just like it just left the train.
Oh, very
there was such a strong suction.
It
was
took
just
all
gone.
your stink with it.
All the stink was gone.
All right. Actually, pretty nice.
Yeah. Versus like I took a shit at work.
Oh.
What's today? Sunday? I took a shit to work on Thursday.
Okay.
Dude,
It
I
still
wasn't.
smells.
It probably still smells. I was not happy to do it. I pretty much shit. If you were to take an orange and like turn it into pulp, that's what came out of my ass for like 30 minutes straight.
You need some more fiber in your diet.
Well, here's the thing. I've been dieting.
Um,
So I'm eating a lot of things that have a lot of dietary fiber in it to reduce the carbs.
okay.
I think that's what did it.
That's what it
I've
is.
been eating these like keto sandwich buns and shit.
That's what it is. It's
Dude.
soupy.
Dude, and I'm taking I'm taking multivitamins.
It's good for you.
Then I'm taking a vitamin pack that's a full serving of fruit and a vitamin pack that's a full serving of vegetables. So I'm
That actually
shitting.
doesn't sound that bad.
I am shitting.
I'm nastily.
It's bad.
It's cleaning your system out.
It's gone. It's all out of here.
I mean, the steaks.
Everything.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm eating steaks, a lot of protein. You know, I'm really trying to limit the fats that I'm taking in. Shitting like crazy.
It's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it might be worth it. Maybe one day you'll get a fucking hard stool.
Maybe one day. It's been like a fucking decade.
Oh man.
I had mud butt for a fucking 10 years.
Oh man.
Man, so did you ever what's something you always wanted to try? What's something that you were like, man, I always wanted to do this and just never got around
I
to
actually
it?
did get a chance to do it. You guys all chipped in and got me I was able to drive a supercar.
Yes, you did.
Yes. That was something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to drive a fast car around the racetrack.
You ended up driving was it a McLaren?
I was supposed to have a Lambo,
That's right.
but the Lambo was out of commission, so I took a Ferrari.
That's what it was, a Ferrari.
Yeah, and let me tell you what, man, when you stop on the fucking gas on one of those
That
things, you
motherfucker
get
moved?
thrown in your seat. Like you literally get thrown in your seat.
Yeah.
But that was what it was. Like I always wanted to go on a racetrack, whether it would be maybe something that I had built or just something fast. It was right around Christina's birthday, and I said, "Hey, I want to take you to the Poconos because I always wanted to take her to the Poconos on her birthday." And she was like, "No, no." Well, this year she was like, "Yeah, that sounds great. Let's go to the Poconos." I'm like, "Wow, okay, that was easy." So we go to the Poconos, and we're there. We do the night there. And she's like, "Okay, we're going to go somewhere else." And I'm like, "Okay." So we end up going to this racetrack, the Pocono Raceways.
Yep.
And I'm like, "What the fuck are we doing here?" And she's like, "Well, the kids chipped in and they got you a couple laps around the track in one of these fast cars." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yes.
So it was awesome. Like I had a pit pass. We go up and they put you into full gear and they show you about how to race the car, and you get in with the driver and he tells you, he's like, you can't hit the rumble strips because you'll damage the car, you got to pay for the car. He's like, but when you're on a straightaway, fucking nail it.
Yep.
He's like, just nail it. And I obviously, like the first couple of laps around, I was like, he's like, come on, go, go, go. And I'm like, this I might have been pushing 70. But then as I got more comfortable, I think I hit a $120 or something. I had the video from it, but that was one of the things that I never thought would do, that I always wanted to do, that I actually got a chance to do. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, shouts out Christina, right? Best stepmom I ever had. She reached out to all of us. You have fucking 7
Oh
kids.
God, yeah.
A lot of them. And she was like, hey, so your dad wants to take me to the Poconos for my birthday, but I'm thinking, like, I was looking and there's this thing. All of us immediately were like, yep, well, let's fucking split it. So we all did it. And I'm very, very glad that happened because I'm sure that was fucking crazy.
That is very intense. Like you're nervous because you don't want nothing to happen to the car. You're driving a fucking very expensive car.
Yes.
I think they had emailed her on the way up there and said, "Hey, like the Lambo was out of commission. Pick anything else you want."
Yeah.
So she picked a Ferrari, and it was nice. I still have pictures of it. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And it's just so nice because you guys always come together, no matter what it is.
Yep.
If it's something for her, like I'll message you guys and be like, "Here's what mom wants. Here's the cost." Everybody groups it up together and like, got it. And I'm guessing it's the same thing.
It was the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, here's what I want to do. She wanted us, I want to say she wanted us collectively to pay for half of it. Like she
Okay.
was like, I'll pay half, you guys amongst the 7 of you pay the other half. And we ended up paying more than half of it because there's fucking 7
It
of
was
us.
nice.
Yeah, how do you divide anything by 7, it's not that expensive.
Right.
So we paid for it. It was awesome, and I was so glad that you got to do
It
that.
was very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you doing that. I was like, dude, he's gonna fucking love this.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was scary. I was very nervous, but when I was done, one of the best things that was given to me, that was very nice. Yes.
Good. If you had to share a meal with anybody,
Oof.
who would it be, dead or alive?
Okay.
And what would you eat?
Oh man. If I had to share a meal with anybody, so I would probably I would probably maybe share a meal with Elvis.
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley.
Yeah, you were heavy into Elvis.
I was definitely heavy into Elvis. My uncle was all about him when he was growing, like when he was younger, and he pushed that onto me.
Yep.
There's still so much, how TikTok says Bob Joyce is Elvis Presley, even though he's not. But I think I would like to do that. Not the fat Elvis, not the bloated bitch.
The young,
yes, the young handsome one. And what would I eat? Now he liked peanut butter and banana sandwiches, so I would actually try. I would ask to try. I've never had that. I don't think I would ever crave that. But if I was sitting with Elvis, it would be a peanut butter and banana sandwich. That's what I would have.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
My answer is it's much more grounded.
Okay.
The person that I would pick hands down would be you.
Okay.
And the meal would be my favorite meal of all time, which is steak, which I know you're not a fan of.
I am.
You are? You're starting to get into it?
Yes.
It would be steak. It would be a risotto.
Okay.
And on the
pasta,
it's rice.
Oh.
And then on the side it would be a gremolata. So here's what it is.
All right. I was gonna say I have no idea what that is either.
So steak, it would be a ribeye. Reason why ribeye is because there's a lot of fat in it, so it's very, very tender.
All right.
It just melts in your mouth. It would be a nice medium. I'm a fan of medium rare, but I know how you are with like blood and steaks.
I'm all done.
So I would want a medium. I would want a risotto, and the way you make risotto is it's a certain type of rice. You cook it in just like butter and shallots.
Okay. And
then you slowly add chicken stock, just enough to where it's covered.
Yeah.
You don't like fully boil it. And what happens is you keep adding it as it evaporates, and then eventually it turns into like nice, soft, puffy rice, but it's not just dry rice.
It's not the chicken flavor.
Yes. And then you add more butter and you add Parmesan cheese.
Oh, yeah, I would eat that.
So it's thick. It's very rich.
God damn, that sounds good.
And then you have the rich ribeye. It's fatty, it's salty, it's peppery, it's fucking so rich. So then a gremolata it's olive oil.
Okay.
It's parsley and cilantro.
So far, so good.
And it's shallots and garlic.
Okay. So
it's really, you also use lemon juice and lemon zest.
I would eat that.
So it's very acidic. It's very, earthy, and it's very, very pungent.
Over top of the steak.
Over top of the steak and the risotto. So you have this super thick, fatty, savory steak.
I am all for that.
Same thing with the risotto. It's so savory. And then you're cutting it with this. It's also cold. The gremolata is cold.
Okay.
So you have hot steak, you have hot risotto. It's so savory and fatty. You're cutting through with the acid and the earthiness of the.
Man.
That's my favorite meal of all time. So that would be the one I would pick.
All right.
Full blown.
That'd be the meal.
And that would be the meal.
I like it.
With like Long Island iced teas.
That's fine.
That would be the thing right there.
Yeah, that's a good damn meal.
That's the fucking thing, right?
Yeah, it would be.
That's the best. I got a couple would you rathers. Do you want to answer some of those?
Absolutely. I've been listening to these things, And oh boy. So I'm kind of happy I get to answer some of these.
You get the, yeah. So the first one I got, would you rather talk to the dead or talk to animals?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Oh shit. So wow. What would man? I'm an animal lover.
Me too.
We have 3 dogs.
Yep.
I would love to hear what they're saying.
Me too.
Although I think if I could reach out to the dead at any time and get feedback from past loved ones, I think that would be more beneficial to me than hearing from the dogs. So I'm going to have to go with I would rather speak to the dead.
That's interesting. I said animals.
Okay.
And my main reason is, although I'd want to talk to the dead,
Mhm.
I would only want to talk to specific dead people. I would want to talk to some family members that passed away and some people that may not have been related to me, but I was close to that passed away.
Yes.
And I think it would be more so to just tell them what I couldn't before they passed.
Right.
But animals,
Yeah.
I would want to be able to tell them how I feel or what I'm thinking about. You know, I think about Loki, who was my dog that passed away,
Mhm.
and I know that he knew that I loved him,
Yeah.
but to be able to actually say that and him understand it
Right.
would have been impactful.
Right. Now, would you get to, so you can talk to them and they can understand you, but can they talk to you and you understand them?
Yeah, why not? Same thing with the dead. You can talk to them and they can also talk to you.
Yeah. So it would be beneficial for pups, you know,
Mhm.
for any kind of an animal. It would be beneficial for any animal lover because you could communicate with your dog. Hey, why are you crying for? Bitch, because I'm hungry. Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I got your back.
So easy.
Right. I think that somebody who's gone, though, might mean more. So you could be like, hey, I need to reach out to you for a hot minute.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
That's a good one.
Are you still sticking with dead?
I am going to say the dead.
That's fine.
Yes.
That's fine. Who would be the first person?
My grandmother.
Your grandmother. What would you tell them?
I would ask if they have been along on the road with me.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to know. Hey, have you seen what I accomplished? Have you seen the family? Are you out there watching over them?
Yeah.
So that'd be I want to know that. You know, because, you know, people are like, hey, you know, I'm getting ready to take this final. Like, please, like, send down some fucking love for me. Like, you know,
Yep.
I just want to know, like, are you out there? Are you watching me? Are you proud of me? Are you seeing the kids succeed? Fucking tell me.
Yes. I agree. I think if I were to pick dead, it would only be for you pass.
Yes.
And the only thing I would ask is, am I still making you proud?
Yes.
That would be the thing that I would ask you. I pick animals. I would definitely talk to Loki.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I would tell him would be that I love him.
Yeah.
I want him to know, you know, I don't want to get into it, but the way he passed was abrupt.
Right.
It wasn't a planned thing. It just happened.
Right.
And my thing that I would want to tell him was like, hey, man, I love you.
Yep.
I want you to know I love you. Even though what happened,
Right.
I fucking love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to have that satisfaction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about this one?
Oh boy.
Would you rather
Oh boy, here it comes.
you solve world hunger
Okay.
and the entire world knows that you solved it,
Ooh.
but the moment you solve it, you become retarded?
What the fuck?
Or
Okay.
the entire world knows you had the option to solve world hunger,
I didn't do a damn thing.
but chose not to do it.
But you don't become retarded.
But you don't become retarded.
Oh shit. Because you know, if everybody is like, wow, you could have fucking saved my ass and you chose not to.
You chose not to.
I'm gonna say that I choose to become retarded.
I agree.
I would solve world hunger.
I would rather solve world hunger, get no credit, and just be fucking retarded. Because, like, who cares?
Right.
But everyone in the, like, they're spitting at you.
Yeah, they would.
They're angry
Oh,
at
you
you.
die anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have fucking did it.
Right.
And
Do
you
think
didn't.
how many homeless people will fucking kick your ass?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You'd be done for.
Exactly. All day long.
I would retarded.
I would rather solve it and be fucking retarded.
That's right. I'm with you on that.
All right. I got another one for you.
All right, go ahead.
Would you rather
Oh man,
this is fucking drunk. Would you rather from this point forward go blind?
Ooh.
Or from this point forward go deaf? Shouts out to all the deaf people that listen to the podcast.
Oh, that would suck so bad. So here's the problem. If I go deaf, I won't be able to listen to this when I get home.
That's true.
But if I go blind, I won't be able to see anybody anymore.
That's true.
So I'm going to go with, I would rather, after this moment, I would rather be deaf.
You know what's fucking funny? So I'm the same way. So why did you pick deaf?
Because I would still be able to see and communicate
Yes.
with whoever I wanted to.
Absolutely.
I just wouldn't be able to hear what they're
I'm
saying.
the same way. I would rather be deaf because I love music. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love music. I love music, but I think there would be a solace in hearing nothing.
Right. But you do realize you would be doing the podcast like, hello, thank you for doing my podcast thing.
That's fine.
No, it's not.
People would still listen.
They would.
They would fucking
Listen.
listen.
A podcaster.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, shit.
So here's my thing. When I wrote this to ask you, I thought of my wife.
Okay.
And here's my thing. I said, would I rather someone describe to me how beautiful she is or be able to see how beautiful she is? And then I thought about children.
Yep.
Would I rather hear them laugh
Right.
or see them laughing?
That's right.
And I fully think going deaf is the better option.
Yes. Because you can still learn to communicate.
Yes.
Even reading.
Yeah, you can read. You can. They have Braille.
You could. And with today's technology, just send me a text message. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even when you look at jobs, I don't need to fucking hear to do my job.
That's true.
I can sit there and type shit away.
You just can't hear the car coming if you're walking across the street.
That's right. So I'm fucking drunk. I'm like 8 twisties in.
Oh my God.
I'm been
Do you
hitting
have any secret cans over there?
Mm-mm. And there's these.
Oh.
This is my 8th one, I think.
That's the Twisted podcast. That's all.
It's a twisted episode.
That's fine.
So full blown, I think going deaf is better than going blind. And here's the crazy thing. I'm so passionate. I have a passion for music.
Yeah.
Even though I never pursued it. So I remember when I was 17 and me and you disagreed on me going to college. Do you remember that?
Okay.
Because you were afraid, or not even, I'm not going to say you were afraid, but you felt that there was more, it was worth more for me to have an actual resume of things I've done versus going to college. I remember, separate from you, with James actually, I had an argument with James about going to school to become to get a degree in audiology. To get a degree in like music production and things like that. Him and I had an argument because he was like, you'll never fucking make money that way.
I can honestly see him saying that.
I have a passion for music. I listen to everything.
Yes.
There's songs in Spanish I listen to that remind me of you that I don't know what the fuck they're saying. There's a specific song in French that I listen to. Well, there's that one. That's in German.
That's German.
That's in German. 99 Left Balloons.
Yes.
But there's a song that Jean-Claude Van Damme did the music video of, which is it's its own story. Like,
yeah, that I'm a little worried about you now.
They didn't ask him to do it. He just did it on his own. But it's called. Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna take another quick piss break. We'll be back.
Yep.
An extra piss break. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I just spilled that one.
15 twisties.
15 twisties
on
deep.
the table. They're all gone. We're still here.
Holy
thing. Yeah.
So what were we talking about before we left?
Um,
Go blind or go deaf.
yes, that's hard. But
Yeah.
yes, I agree with 100% with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%.
So James and I got into an argument because I wanted to go to college
Right.
for music production.
Right.
And him and I got into a big fight about it. And he said that there was no money in it. There's nothing you could do to make money for that, which was a fucking lie. And
True.
he wanted me to live his dream.
Yes.
He wanted me to go to the University of Pittsburgh to become a engineer.
Which he dropped out.
He dropped out of. He did 1 year and he dropped out of it. And I didn't want to do that. So I ended up there was a school teacher, Mr. Lawrence. Shout out to Lawrence. Not that he listens to this.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence.
He's the one that told me to go to Stevens
Okay.
for graphic technology. Graphic technology.
Mm-hmm.
Graphic communications, I think is what it's called. He's the reason why I went to Stevens.
Okay.
I had a photography class, and then he had an art class that I was a TA for, also known as teacher's assistant. And those two classes were the reasons why I got into it. He put me in the senior showcase, which was a huge deal because I was a junior. I was the first junior at McCaskey to ever be in the senior showcase.
That's cool. I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, and there was a girl named Jules. Shouts out to Jules, who was like she was like my model.
Okay.
And I used her for a lot of the things I put in that showcase.
Okay.
I don't know.
The whole advanced tuning came out of there.
Advanced tuning did come out of there. So when I was in college, do you want to go into advanced tuning? You want to tell them what advanced tuning is?
Advanced tuning, advanced tuning is a car club. And basically what happened is when Robbie was in Stevens, he was in there for graphic. And he was like, hey, they're asking me to do a project. And he's like, I think I want to do it on like a car club. And I was like, okay, like now you have my interest. And we were all working at Advanced Auto Parts at the time. And he was like, why don't we call it something? So why don't you think about the name? So we all thought of Advanced Tuning only because we were at Advanced Auto Parts. And he went in and he made this catalog and he did a photo shoot and we were all with our cars and it broke down. I actually still have 2 of the catalogs. I look at those from time to time because they're neat. But it just has like our cars, it has who we're with, it has what kind of people we are. Not to mention, you made glasses. It had a brand on the glasses. He made hats and T-shirts, and it took forever for my wife to replicate that shirt. Yeah. But I'm like, all I want is this tuning thing. So you did a great job at that. Like that stuff. And I really wanted you to keep going in that direction because it was so awesome. But you found bigger and better things. So I was like, oh. But it was a very good time in life.
Well, here's my thing. So the reason why I didn't continue that, I was working at Advance at the time. I was a retail parts pro.
Yeah.
So I was making $12 or $13 an hour.
Okay. When
I finished or was getting ready to finish college, I got a couple of job offers. So I applied for I don't know if I ever told you this, I applied for a car magazine. Yeah, where the whole thing was like they would fly you to different car events and you would be their photographer.
That's cool.
They didn't give me the fucking time of day.
Oh, that was nice of them.
Yeah, I said, whatever, fuck them.
Yeah.
But there were a couple places where, so we had different teachers between first year and second year.
Yes.
And first year, I loved that teacher. His name was like Mr. Abrams, I think. He was he owned his own business. He was a wedding photographer.
Okay.
And then he worked with Crayola.
Oh, the company.
The company.
Very nice.
He was big into Crayola. A lot of the digital media that Crayola had, he created.
Oh, shit. That's cool.
Yeah. So he was like, I teach just for fun. I have a passion for teaching the next generation, and that's why I do this. Fuck that paycheck.
Got it.
Him and I got along very well together. We both liked the same things, which was screen printing, which for those that don't know, screen printing, if you're wearing a t-shirt that has a design on it, that was screen printed.
Okay.
9 times out of 10. It is taking something digital and turning it into a physical medium,
Nice.
which I excelled at. I did my first year in my first semester actually in that class. I did the second year's second semester project, which was at least a 4-color print. I don't know if you remember this. I made a T-shirt for Jose for Honda World.
No.
It was Captain America.
Yes.
And
I
his
fucking do remember that.
and his shield had the Honda logo.
Yup.
That was a 6-color print. So it was a CMYK
Wow.
plus a white and something else. I want to say it was black maybe because I had to print on a black shirt.
Okay.
That was a big deal. So when you do CMYK prints, you start with white.
Okay.
And then the CMYK is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. K is black. I don't know why. And it's how like color printers work, CMYK. But then your computer screen is RGB, red, green, blue. So I had to convert from RGB to CMYK. I had to take a picture of Captain America, and then from there I had to edit in Photoshop, take the star off the shield, put the Honda logo on it, and then from a black shirt, I had to make a perfect outline. So each color is a screen. So you have to align each screen, and I had 5 or 6 screens I had to have perfectly aligned to make this work.
That's really complicated.
Yes, and it was white, it was CMYK, and it was something else. I don't remember off the top of my head. I was doing that the first semester of the first year. Second semesters are doing that and struggling.
Oh, yeah.
So him and I got along very well together because the other thing that I had a passion for was photography.
Mhm.
I enjoyed photography. I liked doing it. I was very good at it.
Yes.
So photography, screen printing, that was his bread and butter. Him and I got along very, very well.
That's awesome.
Second year, it was a different instructor, and he was all about web design and printing.
Okay.
Printing on a press,
Oh.
which were the two things I hated.
Yeah.
So press printing, I didn't like. It was a big machine. You had to figure out how to take it apart, clean it, and put it back together.
I would have liked that.
I wasn't a fan.
No.
And then it was web design, which I also just wasn't. It's not only was I not a fan of it, I wasn't good at it.
Okay.
There were peers in my group that were really good at web design, and I was not. It's a lot of like code.
Okay.
Like a lot of behind the scenes stuff is coding. And then you're also trying to figure out how to speak to someone else. It's a lot of like, how do I design something that someone else likes? Versus a photograph is like, I like this photograph. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Right.
The whole second year was, how do you market to another person? And I wasn't good at that. So we had that. The first year, me and the first year instructor got along very well together. Second year, me and him didn't jive too well. I will give him props. I actually broke down. I cried to him one time because I was going through everything with Mom and James, where back when Dari was dating Skylar. Yes. And there was that friction in the household.
Right.
And then I got involved, and because I got involved, there was some friction between Lindsay and my mom.
Mm-hmm.
That was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I was also struggling because that's when Lindsay got diagnosed with her disease.
Okay.
And I was going to school. So I was very overwhelmed. And the second year, that second year teacher did a good job with helping me out. There were times where I needed extension on projects and things like that. But the reason why I didn't pursue that farther is because I was already working at Advance, and I had gotten a job offer. I want to say it was Eagle Printing. I'm not 100%, but they offered me what I was making at Advance to be a printer's assistant.
Okay.
Printer's assistant, basically. So a printer. A press printer would run these gigantic machines. I'm not even joking, machines larger than my house.
Good Lord.
Insane. So the way it works is, if you were printing like a newspaper,
Okay.
you had a giant sheet, like a 30-foot long sheet of metal that had embossed in it
Wow.
what you were printing.
Good Lord.
And then you had giant cylinders that rolled onto the print media, so your paper or whatever,
Okay.
and they had ink on it,
Mm-hmm.
and that would transfer the product, right?
Right.
So a printer's assistant worked for the guy that ran that machine. And you would clean stuff, if he had things that he would just throw stuff on the ground to stay efficient, you had to pick up after him.
Oh.
And they offered me pretty much the same or a little less than what I was already making.
Okay.
And I had a serious job offer.
Yeah.
And I remember interviewing with them, and they were like, here's what we're offering you. And I was like, well, with all due respect, here's what I'm already making. And I told them, the reason why I went to college is because I don't want to grow up and be someone that pushes a broom.
Very good.
That's what I told them.
And that's what they're asking you to do.
That's what they're asking me to do. And they told me, they were like, well, who's to say 3 years from now, you're not the pressman?
That is true.
And they were like, and you keep making this.
Okay.
And I said, well, with all due respect, who's to say that Advance doesn't, within 3 years, pay me the same?
That's
The motherfucker shook my hand and he said, you're just not a good fit for us then.
okay. Well,
6 months later, I got promoted to manager at Advance. So it was the right call.
okay.
But I didn't pursue that stuff because of the way that the entrance into it for me was. Yep. And I was top 2 in my class. There was another guy there that what's the word you want to use? Him and I didn't get along.
Okay.
Because we were the best in our class.
So he was always trying to one-up you.
Yes. And him and I, for a little bit, were friends in high school. And then at one point, I tried to fight him.
Okay. That's never a good thing.
It didn't end well. And then when we got in college, same thing. Mm-hmm. We weren't really friends. Eventually, we became friends. I remember there was a guy that guy was friends with.
Okay.
Who talked shit on Lindsay while she was literally in the hospital.
Oh.
And I almost got expelled for fighting in college.
All right.
So I tried to fight him, and because he was friends with this guy, me and him had beef.
Gotcha.
It became a whole big thing. Yeah, it became a whole big thing.
Yeah, it's good.
But that's why I didn't pursue that stuff, is because like the job offers that I got, even though I was top in my class, they weren't what I wanted.
But you were really good.
I was pretty good.
You could have branched off and maybe did some behind the scenes stuff, kind of for some like extra. You know how people do, like they'll go to craft shows. Hey, yep. I need you to print me this. This is what I want to do. You could have done that. Would have been a career? Absolutely not. But it would definitely have been extra cash.
You know what stops me, or what has stopped me in the past, was fear.
Yes.
And it's so crazy how much fear can take control of you.
Yes.
I was afraid. I think a lot of people, when they think of trying anything, they want what they watch, right? They want what they know, which is already like a perfected version of it.
That's true.
This podcast is a perfect example. I was afraid to start this podcast. I've talked about this for over a year with Adam, of like, dude, I think I can have good conversations with people. I think I could do this and do that. But there's the fear that like you do it and people compare you to like, the Joe Rogan Experience or other very successful podcasts and be like, dude, you only got fucking 80 views. But like, you don't have to do it just to be up there with whoever's the best at it. You also don't know how much work it took to be the best at it.
That's very true.
No one knows what the first episode of Joe Rogan's podcast was like.
Joe Rogan did no podcasts. Joe Rogan got famous before the podcast. So when he made his podcast, he was already famous. People just tuned in.
Exactly.
Right.
Another one I really think of is Shane Gillis.
Okay.
He's from Pennsylvania.
Very nice.
And he's a famous comedian. He's actually a star in that show I told you about on Netflix called Tires, which reminds me so much of when we worked at Lincoln Highway together.
Oh boy.
Dude, it's so fucking funny.
Really?
Yeah. But it's the same thing where like there's that fear of like, well, if I put this out there and if I try to be like this, it's not going to get as popular as those guys are. So what's the fucking point? Dude, the point is to fucking do it.
Right.
The point is to do it. The point is to learn from it. Every episode that I make, I learn from it. And then every episode gets a little bit better.
It does.
And then, you'll look back a year from now and be like, damn, I learned so much from that episode.
I agree.
So yeah, there was that like when we talk about like why I didn't like pursue those things,
I get it.
there was a part of me that was just afraid,
I get it.
But then at the same time, like I said, I did put myself out there. There was a car magazine. I never told you because I was afraid that you would think less of me because I didn't get the job.
Not at all.
But there was a car magazine that I applied to, and they weren't interested in me.
Was it like a big name like Motor Trend?
It was. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I don't know if it was Motor Trend or what, but they were looking. It may have been. It was someone who was looking. The job was they would fly you to car shows, and you would take pictures. They would pay for everything.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool,
Yeah.
and like it is what it is. I'm very happy with the life that I live. I don't know what I would have been had that have been the route that I went down.
Yeah.
But that's where, again, like, dude, you just got to try. You just got to jump. And if you fail, I firmly believe that you can look at something that you failed at and wallow and be, take pity on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can be like, what did I learn from this? And how can I do it better the next time?
Very good advice. That honestly is very good advice.
Yeah. I got another would you rather for you.
All right. What do you got?
Would you rather
Okay.
everywhere you go,
Mhm.
you have to full sprint?
Oh, shit.
Not just jog, but full sprint as
right.
hard as you possibly can.
Okay.
Or every word you say, you have to yell it at the top of your lungs.
I'm yelling that shit because let me tell you, my fucking bones are so old right now. To full sprint, even to the bathroom, is a task.
Full sprint sucks.
So yeah, I'm screaming at you.
But you're screaming.
I'm gonna be as nice as I can when I'm screaming at you, but I'm fucking screaming.
So you would rather just scream.
I'm screaming.
So in the bedroom, you're screaming.
Unfortunately, sorry to the neighbors. Yeah, I'm screaming.
If you're taking a shit and you're like, man, this sucks, you're screaming it.
It's, I mean, that might make me laugh, but yes, I'm
That
screaming.
would make me laugh. I think about things that you would do. Like if you're pushing a lawnmower, you have to fucking full sprint with the lawnmower. That would suck.
Oh shit, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So everything you do, you have to full sprint?
Everything.
Wouldn't happen. No way. No.
Could you imagine if you were like, my youngest sister is not married yet.
Right.
Walking her down the aisle.
In a full sprint.
You need the full sprint?
There's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way that would happen. Not even a fucking fast walk, like a high knee.
Yeah.
You can't do a high knee. You gotta,
Yeah, you gotta walk. Yeah,
I'm
walk
screaming
slow.
at you.
Full blown.
I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what's
I agree 100%. I'm fucking drunk.
Those are pretty good.
I'm on 9 twisties.
Yeah, we're having a twisty podcast.
This is the twisted episode.
And here's the thing, like I told him on break, dude, I literally could sit here and talk to you all night. Like, there's not going to be enough twisties.
There's not enough in the world.
So it's fun. And honestly, I could talk to Robbie for a week straight. So, the things that we have in common, it's funny because his wife
Yeah.
always says, she will fucking message me on Facebook and she'll be like, are you sure he's not your kid?
Dude, all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
And I'm
she
like,
tells me.
she's like, listen to this shit. So a couple weeks ago, I don't even know if he knows, he was in the shower and he was fucking singing.
Yeah.
So she's on like Facebook Messenger, and she was like, he's got to be yours. And I'm like, why do you say that? She's like, because he's in the fucking shower and he's singing "All My Exes Live in Texas."
That's a damn good song.
It's a damn good song.
Damn good song.
And she's like, and I knew he gets that fucking shit from you. And I was like, look, I told her, I said, I gave him a wide variety of music to listen to, and he could choose for himself. So yes, I am guilty. So it's just funny. She said, now he's singing "My Girl Wants to Party" all the time. I'm like, hell yeah, that's Eddie Murphy.
That's
She's
Eddie
like,
Murphy.
what? I'm like, yeah, that's Eddie Murphy. But like, she'll message me and she like just swears because we are so I don't know if he takes so much from me or if it's just his personality, but she always questions. She's like, I don't know, man. You just gotta look alike, you talk alike, you act alike. There's fucking something going on here that I don't know about.
100%. You were absolutely my hero growing up,
Oh, thank you, buddy.
and I wanted to be you so bad, and it's even like to the like it's funny that you talk about like the country music and stuff.
Mhm.
There's a guy at my job named Elvis. Shouts out
Oh
Elvis.
shit! All right, shout out Elvis.
Elvis is Haitian.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so he grew up in Haiti.
Okay.
He didn't come to America until he was like 7 years old.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Here's what's crazy. Elvis is afraid of carpet. Let that sink in. You can laugh.
I'm really trying hard not to.
He's the way that carpet feels on his feet.
Like outdoor carpet or like the fluffy stuff that you got right here.
Right here. What we're sitting on
So he's afraid of it.
scares him. Because something, and like eventually if I have him on, he can explain it, but the way it feels on his feet fucks him up. He's used to like running in the jungle barefoot in Haiti.
That I can kind of see.
Yeah. I got him to start listening to country music.
Okay.
There's a song that him and I listen to. It's called Neon Moon
Hell yeah.
by Brooks and Dunn.
Yes.
And
That's a good one.
yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah, it is.
And that came from you. I was so absolutely against country music growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And I catch myself driving home, especially if I have a bad day at work.
Yeah.
I'll put on Three Wooden Crosses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'll listen to it, Digging Up Bones.
Yep.
I'll put it on and I'll listen to it. Because it's just it just makes me feel good,
Yeah.
And it reminds me, it's the same thing with Spanish music. Winston Yandel.
Yes.
I put it on and I'm a kid again.
Yep.
And I'm back. I'm in your mid-90s Corolla.
Yeah, buddy.
Driving on the highway.
Yes.
That was like the best times of my life.
I hated country music.
Yes.
Hated it growing up because that's all I was subject to.
Yes.
And literally that was all I was subject to. I didn't have rock and roll. I didn't have rap or R&B. That's a lie. There was a kid that moved into our trailer park that brought his boombox, and he introduced me to Run DMC.
Okay.
All right. So I'm very proud of that because I love that song. I actually downloaded. I can't remember which one it is right now because but so like country. I vowed that I would never listen to that shit growing up, and I'm not listening to that. There's no way you're going to make me. And I don't care what you say. And now that's 90% of what I listen to.
Mm-hmm.
But on the way up here, I was listening to Notorious Thugs.
Yes.
Because that takes me back to my childhood. I was a Tupac fan, like Tupac, De La Soul, MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice. Those were the guys, Eric B. and Rock Camp. Those were the guys that got me in the mood. Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
So that was my 90s to my 2000s.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of was like, okay, well, let me listen to like the radio. All right. But I made sure that when I was with you guys, it was kind of a little bit of everything. I'll listen to some Seether.
Yep.
I'll listen to some country. I'll listen to this. That way you guys had your options, whatever you choose, whatever you want, or maybe you like it all.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
100%.
Yeah.
Just today, her and I went to the grocery store.
Okay.
On our way back, Creed came on with Arms Wide Open.
Mm-hmm.
And I was playing it. I sang the whole song.
That's a good one.
I sang the whole song to her.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you know where this comes from? Do you know what this song's about? Do you know what it is that he's talking about? And she, I'm trying to get her there. It'll take some time.
Well.
But, I was like, this is a man who's having a kid. He's going to be a father. And I was like, do you understand, like, the significance of that and what he has to go through? He's talking about how, like, I hope that this son grows up to be better than me.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fucking deep.
It's deep. Like, I have always heard Cats in the Cradle and thought of you.
Yeah.
that song, it just automatically takes me back because I know that we want to spend more time together.
Yeah.
I know that we can't. And it's not because we don't choose to, it's only because life is getting in the way.
Yeah.
So I'll send that to you every once in a blue moon. But there's just all kinds of like different songs that will like hit home and, you know, kind of be like, hey, this is like where I need to be. This is where I want to be. This takes me back to when I was 7.
100%. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I just spilled my twisted tea, everybody.
He spilled just a little bit of it. I rescued it.
Yeah, but the podcast goes
The
on.
podcast goes on.
It never stops.
It never stops. But yeah, it's just funny. Like I did like, so you know, she will message me on Facebook and she'll be like, hey. And it's funny because we are very similar.
We are very similar, like almost scarily, eerily similar.
Yes, which is odd. And I did, like I said to Robbie, you know, I was like, hey, would I adopt
Yeah.
you? But out of respect for his grandfather, he said no. He's like, I thank you. He's like, you know, thank you. I love you. And that's awesome. However, out of respect for my pap, I want to carry on the Haverkamp name.
And here's
completely understand that.
I want to say, it's not that I regret that.
Mm-hmm.
The way that Mom framed it to me was the reason why I denied it.
You're the last one.
That's how she said it.
Right.
She was like, you're the last person with this last name.
Yep.
So if you get adopted by him, you will end our
That's
name.
Yep.
And that's why I said no.
Yep.
And
perfectly understandable. Like 100% get it. Like I can't hate him for that because that's a sign of respect.
Yeah.
And I really, really, really liked his grandfather. Me and him got along. Like I was buddies with him all the way up until the time that he was gone. So I completely understood that.
Yeah. Do you have any stories of you and Pat?
Oh, yes, I do.
Because I remember the Chevelle.
I do. Yes, the Chevelle.
Is that what you had? No, not the Chevelle.
I had the Nova.
The Nova.
The Nova didn't come from Pat. The Nova came from his dad.
You want to talk about that?
So So first car, believe it or not. So we were at the house, we were living on Duke Street, and we went over to visit her grandfather, who, you know, my ex-wife's grandfather, and he had some cars in the backyard, you know, and so he was like, hey, if you want a car, because I guess the conversation come up, she had a car, but I didn't have a car, whatever. And he was like, okay, well, I got some cars in the backyard. Like, go ahead, take a look. You know, they could be runnable if you have, you know, put some work into them. If there's anything back there you want, by all means, just go ahead and take it. Mm-hmm. So I went back out there and I looked. He had a couple like trucks and some like older cars or whatever. I really didn't see anything, whatever. I did see the Nova, but at the time, I was only 18, 19. So
Young.
I didn't really know what I was looking at.
Yeah.
So we go back to the house, you know, your mom asked, hey, is there anything there? I'm like, not really. So he called and he was like, hey, did he have a chance to look around out back? And was there anything out there that he wanted? She's like, yeah, no, not really. He looked. And he's like, he doesn't want the Nova? And I was like, I don't know, Nova, whatever. So I called Rocky and I was like, you know, I'm being offered this Nova. And he's like, what year is it? I'm like, I don't know. So I called him back. It's a 72 Chevy Nova. So I called Rocky back. I'm like, it's a 72. He's like, take that fucking shit. Take it. And I was like, okay. So called him back up. I'm like, yep, I'll take the Nova. Now, your pap had a 69 Chevelle Super Sport.
Yes.
That motherfucker was hot.
Yeah. He ended up, I don't know if you know this, before he passed, he got it 100% to original.
Okay.
Down to the hubcaps.
Wow.
Once he did an engine swap to so it was a 357. He swapped it to a 450 something.
Okay.
Like a big block.
Okay.
And then got a bored 30 over. So it's like a 480 or like a 510. and he was in the process of getting it drag strip ready before he passed.
God.
It was insane. He had everything matching, and then once he got that, he was like, fuck it, and then swapped everything out. He was a big gearhead.
Yeah, that's what he would message me.
Yeah.
Other than he would send me like inappropriate things on Facebook.
He did the same to me, which is
it's a
so-
man thing.
Yeah, I don't like. It's hard to respond to that.
Right.
Yeah,
I would just give the laughing face.
exactly.
But he would get a hold of me. He was like, "Hey, you know what I'm doing to the Chevelle?" And I'm like, "No." And he would, "Hey, I got all this stuff, and I got all this stuff, and I can't wait for you to see it." But I had the Nova, and my first time around, like I got in it, I had it parked there. The quarter panels rusted out. I never did any kind of body work ever in my life. I'm like, oh my God. So I do it, and I do a great job, and I get this thing in primer, and I put racing wheels on it, and it looks so good. It looks so good. And obviously things didn't work out with me and your mom, so I go back home, and I come down to pick you guys up one day, and we would sit in it. Like me and you would sit in it.
One of my earliest memories, I want to say it was my 4th birthday.
Okay.
You started it.
Yep.
And I sat in your lap.
Yep.
It was parked in the back, technically the backyard,
Mm-hmm.
and you let me rev it.
Yep.
That was one of my earliest memories and one of my fondest memories.
I do remember that because I was like getting ready for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I came to pick you guys up one day, and there's a Spanish dude in the car, and he's like in the garage. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, you got the original wheels for this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have the original wheels. What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. Who are you?
Right. He was like, "Oh, I just bought the car for $75."
Dude.
And I was like, excuse me? So because I didn't have a license or anything, it was in your mom's name.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Look, you gotta come get this fucking car." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Where am I gonna put it?" Like, I live on St. Joseph Street in Lancaster. Like,
Yeah.
where the hell am I gonna put this car? She's like, "You gotta come and get it because it's gotta come out."
Yeah.
And I couldn't get it. So she posted it and got rid of it. And it was in her name anyway, so she could do whatever she wanted. But that sucked.
What a bitch.
It sucked so bad.
Yeah. That's a shame. I remember because we had a birthday party for me. I was fucking young, but I remember there were people there, and I was revving it, and like I remember feeling like the car shake.
Yes.
And I was like, dude, this is so fucking cool.
Believe it or not, for an inline six, when you hit that gas, the whole front end of the car.
Yeah. It rocked.
It did.
And I remember, like, you were like, go ahead, man. Like, go ahead, fucking hit that shit. And I would rev it, and everyone was like, almost, I don't want to say they were cheering, but everyone was like happy that I was doing it.
Yeah.
That's such a good memory,
It
dude.
is fun.
That's such a good memory. That was a great time.
It was.
What a shame that she let that fucking thing go,
I
man.
know. I'm sure he got a lot of money for that car. If not, he might have kept it. I mean, I would have.
Yeah.
I would have. Go ahead.
Didn't you have a steak with Pap?
Oh, so all the time. So when me and your mom first got together, like Pap would work at Goodhart and Sons, and I was working at Grinnell.
I want to stop you.
Oh, go ahead.
What is Goodhart? Because part of me remembers Pat being a like a truck driver, and then part of me remembers him being a construction worker.
What? So he was metal fabrication.
Metal fabrication.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he worked for Goodhart and Sons.
Yeah.
And they do metal fabrication for anything, no matter what, bridges, all kinds of shit. So he was there forever. I wasn't working at Grinnell. I was working at it's not even there anymore. It was the foundry that's kind of like right by, it's on the Fruitville Pike. Oh my God, I can't remember what it was called. But I remember like they picked us up one day, and he was talking to me. He was like, "So what are you doing there?" I'm like, we're pouring molds and stuff like that. It's iron. It's like a foundry.
Yeah.
And after that, we became pretty close. Your mom had a flat tire, so he was like, "Come on, I'm going to show you something." So he told me all about the plugs. So his dad used to run a garage down on Prince Street, the very end of Prince Street, before you hit like before you hit the bridge to kind of go out to Willow Street.
Yeah.
His dad ran a garage here, and he told me all about it. He's like, my dad ran a garage here, and there was a door-to-door salesman that used to go around with tire plugs when it first came out.
Yeah.
And he was like, nobody believed in him. Whenever he showed my dad how to plug a tire, and they have been around forever, he's like, these are good. You need to learn this. So I plugged the tire. After that, me and Pat got along really good.
Mm-hmm.
He would ask me to go up on a roof, help him out, fix the roof with him. And up there is when I learned that, he's been gone so long, and his wife was leaving him.
Yep.
Pam was leaving him because she said that he cheated on her. He told me that he did not.
Mm.
He's just never there.
Yeah.
So things were going down, and he was like, so it is what it is, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. So he was always like, just take care of her, make sure she has what she needs. I'm like, that's what I'm here for.
Yep.
And then she decided that she wasn't going to be around me anymore. And he was kind of on my side at the beginning, because I know that he had called her, your mom, and he was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, where's a good guy? Why are you doing what you're doing? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But things worked out better anyway.
That's what I was going to say. Like, it seems like, and that's why I said, like, I don't know that I would specifically say, like, I believe in, like, a Jesus Christ or a God.
Right.
But I definitely believe that, like, things will work out.
Yes.
And the more I almost believe that, like, there's a certain, if you want to call it a thing, that's fine. But I think that there's something that knows what's best.
Yes.
And will push you in that direction. And the more, like in the moment, you won't fucking understand.
Right. You won't.
You want it to work a certain way, and it never does.
Yep.
And then looking back,
agree with that.
You'll be like, "Fuck, that makes sense."
It puts you in a perfect path.
Exactly.
Yep.
So that's a perfect example. Like you and mom, you got pissed again.
Well,
all right, that's fine. So like you and mom, like you want to go in this certain direction, you want to do this certain thing. But like there's something that's pushing you outside of that. And in the moment it feels like, damn, like the world is working against me, or I'm trying so hard, why is this not happening? But then it fucking works out in the end, And I'm at the point in my life where, like, if I start to realize that, I go, okay, that's not what I was meant to do. I'll never preach to someone else like, hey, man, there's this higher power, there's this and there's that. But I definitely do think, like, there's a level of, like, hey, man, just let the chips fall. You were supposed to go down this path. There's a lesson to be learned here. I think, my time in advance is a perfect example where, like, I spent 7, 8, 9 years at advance, and I could have left years and years ago. I could have left advance and gone to where I'm currently working at, but I didn't. But by not doing it, I learned a lot,
That and that is so true. You are right on this. And I believe that there is a higher power or something, because there are going to come times in your life that you are not either going to get what you want, or you don't think it's going the way that you're going, but everything always seems to work out.
Yeah.
I don't get, and it usually works out for the better.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I had I don't tell a lot of people this, but I used to have a recurring dream where I was at a grill, like a barbecue that I owned. I was at my house. I was having a party, and I was grilling food, and in front of me was my pool, and so Lindsay and my children were in the pool alongside. So I had a friend named Sam, and his wife Natalie was in the pool with his kids.
Okay.
And I was grilling, and I had this feeling of, like, peace.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing mattered.
Right.
And I would look at him and tell him, like, could you imagine that we ever would have gotten here? And I had this dream since I was like 14 years old.
Okay.
And I told him, like, dude, could you ever imagine us getting to this point? And then when Sam and I stopped talking, I was like, damn, what the fuck? But there were so many lessons that I had to learn from being friends with Sam and from him doing everything that he did. There were so many lessons I had to learn in that makes me today a better person.
Yeah.
There's times now where I see people do things and I go, I've seen that before.
Yep.
I know exactly what you're doing,
Right.
and I'm not going to let you do it to me like this guy did it.
Yep.
It's made me such a better person.
Yep.
And even to this day, like, you could swap Sam with like Frank or with Adam, and yeah, I don't have kids yet, but like I could stand at a grill looking at a pool and go like, dude, we made it.
Right.
You know?
I was gonna ask you, was it here?
I don't know. I just remember being at a grill and a pool was in my peripheral
That
vision.
definitely could have been here.
It could have been here.
Yeah.
For all I know. Because
Right.
where my
Yeah.
grill is, you could easily see the water.
Exactly.
100%. So
Yeah.
you would rather yell than have to
I would
run?
rather yell. That's very true.
100%. I know I talked about giving you the Del Sol was probably one of my proudest moments.
Yeah.
What do you think is one of your proudest moments?
I would say my proudest moment is now.
Right now, this moment,
This time in my life.
this time in your life.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have I've made a lot of accomplishments, and I guess it could be considered to be proud.
Yeah.
When I go home, I either sit on the porch or I go out and I have a fire.
Mhm.
My proudest time
Mhm.
is looking back on all of my children succeeding.
Mhm.
I have a job that's putting food on the table. That just the life that I'm living right now
Mhm.
is my proudest moment.
Good.
Yeah.
And I mean, what can someone ask for other than that?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't know if you have any regrets in your life.
Yeah.
I can't think of any that I have.
I do. Like I regret not doing some things. I regret not being a little bit more careful with my credit. There was a good job that I was offered at Case New Holland that at that time I probably would still be there as well because
Yeah.
my younger career was, oh, I worked there 6 months, I'm done. Oh, I worked there 6 months, I'm done.
Yeah.
So I was jumping all over the place. But at that time of my life, it was like, okay, I have to get serious because I got kids I got to provide for.
Yeah.
So I was offered Case New Holland. I was offered Advanced Auto Parts.
Mhm.
I'm still with Advanced Auto Parts damn near 20 years later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I could have maybe been, there's that. But my whole thing is my credit. Like things that are there's things I would have done differently for sure.
Yeah.
Not family wise.
Yeah.
I look back on it and I say to like, yeah, maybe I would have helped the kids a little more here, or maybe I would have helped a little more kids a little more here, or did that. But I think that everybody understands I get positive feedback from every single one of you.
Every single one of us.
And that makes me feel better. So my little messages that I send out to make you guys feel better, that little, hey, Dad, we love you too. Hey, thank you. Hey, I want to do this with you. I want to do that with you. That is my thank you.
Yeah, again, man, like there's 7 children that call you their father.
Yeah.
But when you think about, like, when you get to the absolute bare bones, like DNA,
Yeah.
there's what? You have Camden, Kaylee, Darren, Dari. Is that it? Because me, Trevor Austin,
Right.
technically, there's not like a DNA thing that connects us.
Right.
You have 7 children that undoubtedly you've impacted.
Mhm.
You know, I won't speak for the rest of them, but I tell everybody, like, my father is, second to my wife, my father's the greatest person in my life. And if he wasn't in my life, I wouldn't want to know what I would have been like.
Yeah, I have Austin's the same way.
Yeah.
Austin has the opportunity, and he still does,
Yeah.
to be in a father-son relationship with his biological father. He chooses not to.
Yeah.
So same thing with you. Long time ago, Robbie was made aware that I was not his birth father because he was so young at the time. He didn't know for a while that I was not his birth father.
Yep.
It came out. It was told to him, like, here's the deal. And Robbie was given the option to go and be with the birth father or stay with me. And we sat down with him, and I said to him, like they said to him, because I was kind of pulled back at that point. I was kind of like shit.
Yeah.
Um, and he was like, "Nope, Roy's my dad. That's the way it's going to be. I don't want nothing else." And that was very, very, very meaningful to me. That made me feel like I was definitely doing something right.
And you were, because like I remember I remember when I want to say it was Pappy D. So it was your great uncle Roy
Mm-hmm.
who broke the news to me
That's right.
almost in like a fight. Like he was like, "Yeah, well, that's Roy's not even your dad."
Yep.
And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yep.
But even it being explained to me then, and I had to have been under 10,
Yes.
because once I hit 5th grade, I no longer needed a babysitter,
Mm-hmm.
which to some people might be kind of crazy. But again, growing up in that time period, at 10 years old, I didn't need a babysitter.
Right.
He broke that news to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was still like, there's a difference between dad and father. This other guy may have made me, but this guy doesn't give a fuck about me. He doesn't care who I am, what I'm about, what I like and don't like. He doesn't give a fuck. This guy does. This guy's my dad. And again, like,
Yeah, that's cool.
when I tell people about me, you come up in every story, you come up in every interaction. Because if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be who I was. Again, if it was just James that had an influence on me, I would be a fucking loser. I would fucking have shitty draws
Oh boy.
hanging from the ceiling fan.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. My confidence, my aggressiveness, like
Sorry
my
about
like
that.
no, I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm as aggressive as I am. Like when we talk about like a professional setting, I'm the first one in, the last one out. I'm the one that's like, oh, there's an issue, let's fucking fix it.
Yeah.
And I'll do whatever I got to do to fix it. And that comes from you. It's not from James. It's not from any of them. That's the things that, like, yeah, if you weren't in my life, I wouldn't fucking be who I am at all. You know? And then again, like, it blows my mind as I'm 30 years old.
Yep.
It blows my mind thinking about how Mom and James treated me as a kid.
Yeah.
Because if I had a kid, how the fuck can you do that?
No, you wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't.
No.
Like, how many months was I like locked in my room?
I don't even know.
It was multiple months. I had to escape through the window, you know?
I mean, you were in there. I found out about it. You were not given food.
Yeah, they would. So I'll tell you. So there were times. So the way it worked, I started getting bad grades in rebellion to them.
Right.
They were very, very big on. I had to have the best grades ever. I had to have an A plus. If I had an A minus, I got my ass beat.
Yes, I remember that.
And there came a point, but the transition from middle school to high school. Mom and I had an argument, and she told me the reason why she treats me as bad as she does is because she thought Gerald was my father. So she said,
Yes.
I still like Roy. Roy is your sister's father.
Yeah.
Because I like Roy, I will treat her like I treat her. I think that Gerald is your father. Because I hated Gerald, I will treat you like I hate Gerald.
Yeah.
So anytime Dari does wrong, it won't be a problem. Anytime you do anything, I'm gonna treat you worse for it. She told me to my face that she hated me.
Yeah.
And
It's a horrible thing to have to hear.
it's a horrible thing to say to somebody.
Yeah.
And I told in that moment, it's not that I told her, but in that moment, I said, okay, it's me against you.
Yeah.
And James is on your side because James was part of that conversation. And he told me in that moment, you are right. Your mom hates you for something that's outside of your control.
Bullshit.
But when it comes down to it, I will do what your mom asks when it comes to punishing you and hitting you and treating you like shit compared to your sister because I can't stop her from nagging and bitching at me.
Oh man, that's horrible.
Because he was a fucking pussy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Man, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
So he would always say that. And I remember I was 12 and he told me this.
Yeah.
He was and she told me too. I hate you because of who I think your dad is. Not even 100%. And I love your sister because I know who her dad is. So I will always treat your sister better than you. I will always give your sister more than you. I will always do better by her than you.
I did not know that.
And when it came to grades, that was the only way I can get back at them. Mom and James was very passionate that I had straight A's across the board, straight A pluses, you know?
Yep.
And I took the highest grade. I took the most difficult courses.
Right.
You know, I was taking college courses and shit in high school. So that was my way of getting back at them. And when I started winning, I had straight F's.
Right.
And I was like, take that, motherfuckers.
You remember, like I remember I asked you, I was like, what the fuck's going on? And you were like,
yeah.
Like you wouldn't say anything to me about it. But then after everything went down, you told me, yeah, because they told me it didn't matter if I got A pluses or A minuses or not. It didn't matter. I was going to get fucking beat anyway.
I was going to get my ass beat.
Yeah. So I was like, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
And that's what I did. I got straight F's. So they locked me in my room.
That's bad.
They took everything out of it. The only thing I had in there was I had my bed and I had a radio.
Okay.
I could listen to the radio. But I had a TV they took out that I paid for myself.
Yes, you did.
I had a portable DVD player, which at the time was the shit.
It was.
They took that.
Okay.
I had a Nintendo DS that I got for Christmas. They took that. And they put a lock on the outside of my door. And they would fucking lock me in that bitch. I would come home from school.
Yep.
They'd put me in my room and I would be locked in the room.
Yep.
And if they remembered to check in on me, they would check in to see if I was hungry or if I had to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
So bathroom breaks were whether or not they came and checked on me, and eating was whether or not they remembered to check in on me. And that was rough. Now I still got around it. I would leave. I would break out of there. There were times where I would just leave. I slept on the second floor.
Definitely don't blame you.
And right outside of my window was technically the front porch.
Yeah. The roof of the front porch.
The roof of the front porch. So I would leave out that window and I would climb onto the roof of the front porch.
Yeah.
And I would dangle from it and drop.
Okay.
And I would go hang out with my friends.
Yep.
And then when it came time, I would ask Dari to let me back in.
Right.
And there was one time where she wasn't around or something, and I just knocked on the door and James let me in.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I said, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, 100%. And again, like, I think back to that, and I'm like, damn, dude. Like, I don't have kids. I have a cat.
You wouldn't do that, though.
I couldn't do that.
You wouldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. I don't understand. And that's where,
I
like,
couldn't even do that.
I have no remorse. You know, when it comes to like, yeah, I left. I fucking left. You've never seen me again. You will know nothing about me. You won't know about my kids. You won't know how good or bad I have it.
You said that to them.
I did. I told Mom,
yep,
you will win now. I will win later.
Right.
When I fucking leave, you're going to regret it.
I do remember that.
And there was a level when I gave you the Del Sol.
Yeah.
There was a level of like, yeah, take that bitch.
It's a nice thing. Like, and I do often comment to you and sometimes to Dariana, like, I I don't know what I would do with myself if I had to miss this part of your guys' life.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would not want to do that.
Yeah.
And she's missing all of the good things.
Yeah.
And I just don't know how I would take that. But then again, if I said things and did things like that, maybe I wouldn't care. I don't know.
Maybe I chalk it up to I don't harbor a hate.
Okay.
Um, I chalk it up to you chose drugs. You know what I mean?
Even though they're prescriptions.
They're prescriptions, but they're drugs.
And they're drugs. They're still drugs.
You chose that over me. And
that sucks.
You made a mistake. I don't know who I share DNA with. It could be Gerald. It could be what's his name that does the recreations? Gordon.
I don't think it's him.
Or it could be any of those guys. I could share DNA with any of them.
Okay.
But she chose to hate me because of that.
Yeah, it's horrible. Horrible.
If you're gonna hate your child, fuck you then.
Yeah.
I don't hold any resentment towards you. I fully believe she's too far gone. She has fucking holes in her brain. It's a boneless, skinless, raw chicken breast in there. That's what I think. But you did that.
Yeah.
And you lost the war. When
as a parent, absolutely she lost a war.
When I got married, she wasn't there.
Yep.
When I bought my house, she wasn't there.
Nope.
When I have children, she won't be there.
Yep.
And when those children grow up and they have life events, their birthday parties and their graduations and everything,
yep.
She won't be there. You will.
I definitely will be.
But she won't.
Yeah.
And that's how I know that she lost.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like, I can't imagine if she has the competency in her fucking mind. That's got to eat her alive.
It would do that to any normal person.
Yeah.
And like, how can you not sit in your chair or lay in bed at night and think, what's he doing? How's he doing? Where is he? What's he up to? I don't even know how I'd feel about that.
Yeah.
It's undescribable.
Yeah. And that's where, again, like, I remember I was 12 and I told her, and not even me, I'm sorry. James told her because he had to come home from work because we were fighting so bad. She called him home and he told her, he was like, one of these days, this boy's going to leave.
Yep.
And when he leaves, if you keep treating him the way you treat him, he's not going to come back.
I do remember you telling me about that.
And you're going to be upset for it.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Here we are. Here we are. Robbie's doing his thing. Got his stuff going on. I mean, yes, he might have had a couple too many twisties, so I'm gonna take this last one.
Yeah, you should take it. I'm like,
but
10
in. He's doing a great job. And as any proud parent, you should be like congratulating him. Like, dude, you're doing such a great job. Even without a podcast, even without that, with your success of being married and your house and your job and just you're doing it on your own. That right there alone is enough to be proud of. Thank you for allowing me to get to be a part of that.
Oh, 100%. So one of the reasons I'm so happy that we did this, I watch other podcasts and there's a comedian, his name's Tom Segura. He has a podcast and his father passed away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a shame. But he has a couple episodes where his father was a part of it.
That's cool.
And I know.
Yeah.
Watching back on those has to be very important to him.
Yes.
And no child wants to think about their parent passing.
Right.
But fuck, I'm happy that I'll have something recorded of you. You're not allowed to pass anytime soon.
All right. I will keep that in my notebook.
Yep. And my children are definitely going to know you and have good memories of you.
Yes.
But whenever the time comes that whatever higher power does call you back,
yes,
I'll have something recorded of your fucking voice.
That's very true.
And that's very, very important to me.
It is. It's nice. Yes. Like I see like, things on TikTok where a dad reached out to the daughter or the son and left the voicemail because they couldn't answer.
Yes.
And that's all they had left.
Yes.
So yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you're doing something like this. This is, I mean, what, we're 2 hours deep or something like that?
We're 3 hours and 22 minutes.
Holy shit, 3 hours deep. So he might have to make this a part 1 and part 2.
A fucking 2-parter.
But it is awesome that you get to have this. I would like to have that as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad you offered me to come up and jump on here with you. I love what you're doing. I listen to every single one you do. There are some that I like. There are some that I like more than others. But I like them all. I listen to every single one of them, start to finish.
Mhm.
I listened to some of them multiple times. I definitely like the one that you did just last week with your friends.
Yep.
I liked the fact that it was bringing so much different things into the mix. It was very, very awesome. I definitely want you to keep going. And you're right. You know, whether you get to be up there and you're big or you're not, you will have all this to fall back on for your own personal use.
Exactly.
Yep. And I like it.
Is there anything else you want to cover? Because I have one last question before we like wrap it up. So is there anything else that we didn't talk about or anything that comes to mind that you want to get down on I guess, audio before we wrap it up?
No, honestly, I just no. I think we talked a lot. And like I said, we could talk for weeks.
Yes.
We could sit here and shoot the shit about so many there's so many experiences, so many different things that we've done. We could go on and on forever. The only thing that I just want to shout out is to all the kids for doing their thing, I'm very proud of every single one of you each and every day for whatever you guys do in life. Thank you for doing such a great job in life, and I'm very proud to be your dad. But other than that, I don't have anything.
All right. So my final question, I think it's a really good thing to wrap up on. If you could do me a favor, close your eyes for a second.
All right.
All right.
Wow, the room's spinning.
The room's
I'm
spinning.
just joking.
I want you to imagine
Yes.
that you're talking to everyone in the world.
Okay.
I want you to imagine that everyone in the world is looking at you for advice. Everyone in the world is looking at Roy Wolf and are anxiously waiting for what it is that he's going to say that's going to make their life better. What are those things? If you're talking to the entire world as if you're the father of everyone on the planet, what are you telling them?
I'm telling them, take one day at a time. Some days are going to be worse than others. Some days are going to be great. Some days are going to be fabulous. Some days you're going to just not want to be here anymore. You take one day at a time. You get through it. Each day is a new day. There's always somebody out there that loves you, that needs you, that wants you around them all the time. Somebody. If those harder days appear, you reach out to one of those guys and let them know, and I'm having a bad day. They will help you through life. If you're having a good day, don't be afraid to tell the people that you love them, and you're here for them as well. I always say, one day at a time, and every day above ground is a good day.
There it is.
There it is.
Pops, I appreciate you.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you for being a part of currently the longest podcast.
I am the longest. I am sorry for anybody that maybe we got off track with. It's just me and Nobby don't hang out that much. Yes, I do call him Nobby. That's a different podcast.
Yeah.
But I definitely appreciate you having me up here.
I appreciate you stopping by, Pops. Till next time, guys, this has been the Pragsot podcast with your host, Robbie, and his father, Roy. Till next time, guys.